Joe Rogan Podcast. Check it out.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan Podcast by night, all day.
My man. Damn. What a day.
I mean, it's a joy to spend time with you.
We had a good fucking time today. We had a good time today. Got a nice workout in. Went to some Egyptian barbecue.
Oof.
KG, it's KG barbecue?
KG barbecue, yeah.
God, I'd seen YouTube videos about him. What an interesting story. Dude's living in Cairo. He's a banker.
It always starts off like that. Like I told you, there's like architect, this, that. They always have these dreams of culinary, I don't know, I don't know what the fuck to even call it, but it's like when, like me, I want to be an actor, or I want to play ball, or I want to be a fighter. I don't want to do what I do. We all have these dreams, even though stay in the fucking lane. Just stay there. Stop being an idiot.
Well, that is a thing, right? People always want to do a thing that they're not doing.
I like hard labor.
Really?
I do. Because I do a lot of like fun. Everyone thinks that my job is fun, and it is. There's no doubt. That's why I like to get in the kitchen.
Want some coffee?
Nah, I'm good. I got this espresso.
Okay.
I'm fucking lucid out. I'm doing things I've never done before. I'm like a little fucking floozy right now. I love it.
We got you in a sauna. We got you in a cold plunge. Got you a Lucy.
Let me tell you something. 200 degrees in the sauna. My ribs are ready to be eaten. Yo, bro. I don't even know how long. The first time it was 10 minutes, but the second time seemed longer.
Well, the second time was easier though, right? Because you're coming out of the cold.
Yeah,
a little easier. I think we did another 10 after the cold just to bring you back to base. There's a feeling that you get when you go from the cold to the hot that is like wonderful. It's like psychedelic. It's like.
I was standing there in a towel for 30 minutes. Just the towel, no socks on, no nothing, just standing there looking like, man, that was fucking sick.
Yeah.
No, because I never did the cold plunge, and I did it, hopped out, and you're like, nah, get back in. That's what I needed. I needed the motivation to be put back in, and that really gave me the benefits from everything, I think.
It is really all battling with this part of your brain that says get out now. That's all it is. And you have to learn how to conquer that part of your brain. You don't ever really conquer it. You just silence it. It's always there. Like but you know you're only going to do 3 minutes. Even if you're only going to do 3 minutes, it's like your body's like, fuck, how many minutes are we in now? 1 minute 20? Oh my God, we're not even halfway there. And if you let that anxiety spiral out, much like in life, much like when people have problems in life, you let that anxiety spiral out and everything gets way worse. Like when you're in that situation, you just have to say, this is what I'm doing. This is just what I'm doing. And I'm going to do this for 3 minutes. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts. And I've done it before. I know I can do it again. I know it sucks. Just do it. But when I first did it, the first time I got in, I was like, I made it 1 minute and 20 seconds, I think. And I was like, I got to get the fuck out. I can't handle it.
Yeah, I was
it's
hyperventilating.
Yeah. But a lot of it is your mind. It's not really the reaction that your body has to it. The reaction to your body is really only like a mild discomfort. It's your brain freaking you out that you've got to get out now. And it starts just like trying to move your body out. Your anxiety just kicks in like, wah!
Yeah. At 55 seconds, I was ready to fucking jump out. There was nothing left in me.
Yeah.
But that was a good start, I think. I think that was the start to a lot.
Yeah,
I need to take care of myself, Joe. I'm not.
Well, you have in the past. You have in the past. You know, you made a big jump when you had one of your babies, one of your kids. You just decided I am going to get fit now, and you lost a ton of weight. You got real healthy. You started working out all the time, and you and I worked out together at the On It gym. And I was like, dude, puts in work. That was real. That was like a real workout. You weren't. You would obviously have been working out a lot because John Wolf, who's the master, the master, like one of the best trainers on earth, he put us through this workout. That's a fucking serious workout, man. Serious kettlebell shit, mobility shit, all these different bodyweight things. I think we did bear crawls. We did a lot of shit.
I was drenched during the fucking stretch. Just during the warm-up stretch, I was it was harder than anything for me. Sometimes the stretching and putting yourself in those like
Well, John
crazy
targets
for me.
unique area. Like he's big on hip strength and hip flexibility. So he has you doing all these hip exercises with your legs up in the air in circles and all this stuff, and you're like, whoa, I never do anything like this. Like, this is hard to do.
I haven't done it since him. I need to get back on that because those are the types of things that I want to work with a core specialist like him. Mm-hmm. I need the core work.
Right.
Yeah, you see, we got the pushing and this and that. It's
You're
like,
very strong.
that stuff is kind of easy for us, like the pushing and shit. But for me, I need more core work.
Right.
I need to stabilize this midsection.
Have you done any yoga? You done any yoga?
I've done yoga. I've done
Yoga's the
Pilates.
ultimate. Yoga, out of all those things, like keeping your body balanced and having strength and flexibility, yoga's the king.
I can't stay on that kick. I don't know. I need some animal shit.
Yeah.
I also I know what I need from my body is probably yoga, but what I want to do is animal shit.
Animal shit makes you feel better, right?
It does. It makes me feel more manly.
I see when you like swinging that
Oh
mace.
man, I feel
You
like
love
such a
that mace.
fucking barbarian. It's a 60-pound hammer, for fuck's sakes, wrapped in leather.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
feels fucking sick to manhandle that.
Yeah, it's those are so hard to move around. Like we were talking today about those clubs. That the club I use is only 20 pounds. It just doesn't seem like a lot of weight. But when you're got it out in front of you and doing these things, it's fucking hard to do.
Stabilizing 20 pounds is still stabilizing
Yes.
20 pounds, and you need those front. That move that you were doing, that's bulletproofing all those little muscles around your shoulder area and your lat and everything.
Yeah, and I was
making
telling
feel,
you too, it's really good for archery. Mm-hmm. You know, because like a lot of it is extending your arm straight out. You know, when you're doing a shield cast, you're going around your head and you're extending your arm out. It's like it's such a weird way to move your muscles that when you're doing it, you're like, whoa, why don't I do this more often? Like, why am I bad at this? How am I so good at this? So good at like lifting things up over my head, but anything gets sideways and around, I'm all squirrely with 20 pounds.
It's the
that
fucking
seems
worst feeling.
stupid.
Like when I do those little things.
Oh,
with the,
yeah.
It's humbling.
You feel like such a bitch.
Yes, I'm
15
like,
pounds, like,
So what are we doing here? They laugh. I laugh at myself. I look like an idiot. But those are the types of things I need to warm up to be able to push some heavy shit.
Well, it's just like also just to balance out your body. You know, we were talking about that Ben Patrick gentleman who created that knees over toes stuff.
Yep.
And we were doing the Nordic curls today. And I was saying, like, when I first did that, I couldn't even do one. I couldn't do one. And I was shocked. I was like, I have pretty strong legs, like from kicking and stuff. Like, why can't I lift myself up with my legs? Couldn't even do one.
It's a lot of pressure on the knee.
It just felt weird. Like,
Yeah,
why am I so weak this way? It's like, I would have thought that I would be able to lift myself up easy, just like I can lift myself up with my abs if I'm sitting down. I thought this is not going to be hard.
I thought I was going to do it easily, too.
It's so
And then when I
hard.
got into the apparatus, I realized that I'm very weak in that area.
Yeah, that's like what Ben Patrick talks about is strengthening all of these areas. It's not a sexy exercise to do like tib raises. You know, you got weight on your foot and you're raising your toes up towards your knees.
Well,
but
let's be honest, if
really
you're
good.
a real motherfucker, you know that's what makes the leg look good. That's what makes the leg look strong is that tib.
Big, thick muscles down there.
When you flex your toe up and that thing pops out in the front of the shin, that looks fire.
It does.
That's like
It
some
does.
flex. That's like some muscular development. That's all I wanted was that tib work.
Yeah, there's something super impressive about dudes with big ass calves.
Natural ones too. Like you can't get them to a diamond if they weren't a diamond in the beginning. They'll get
Right.
nice, but they'll never be naturally diamond.
Right.
You know? When
Yeah.
you see like my boy Mikey Spears, he works out. He's in decent shape now. He's got himself together, but my fucking Lord, this calf. The calf on this fucking kid is unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's like a horse calf.
Yeah, Mark Hunt, who used to fight in the UFC, he has calves like shoulders, like two shoulders, like your whole body. They're so big.
That's a different species of human being, those Samoas.
Oh, my God. Mark Hunt, he was one of the baddest motherfuckers to ever do it. You ever watch him in K1 back in the kickboxing?
Of course, yeah.
That dude won the K1 Grand Prix.
Pretty
Like,
nuts.
that is an accomplishment over everything else in stand-up combat sports. You know,
Lot of
other
mo-
than like MMA championships, K1 Grand Prix was like Alistair Overeem won that. And you think about the guys that are fighting back then, like Peter Erst, Ernesto Hoost, Mr. Perfect. Like, damn. And Mark Hunt won that. Like, that's how good Mark Hunt was. Mark Hunt just beat some undefeated boxer in Australia.
He won the match?
Knocked the dude out.
Of course.
It was a fight where it was Mark Hunt has this big name. This guy's this undefeated up-and-coming boxer, and he's really young. And Mark Hunt's like 40-something.
He's 50.
Bro, you got to see this fight. It's crazy.
Damn.
This is how good Mark Hunt is.
And that was recent.
Recent.
Yeah, because I saw him talking about it.
Within a year.
Yeah.
Within a year or so, right, Jamie? Something like that?
January, does that sound right?
I think that's it. So, yeah. So within the year. And, bro, it was a crazy fight. And the guy was good, too. The guy's good. He's a good fighter. And they were building this guy up. And I think, when boxing is like, they're very careful about how they match fighters up. And it's really intelligent, I think, if it's done correctly. If you test them correctly along the way and you give them fights they can win and they keep getting better. But the UFC does not do that.
Feed you to the wolves.
UFC is like, this is a wolf farm. All right, if you're not a wolf, we don't build you into a wolf. Like, tell me when you're ready to be a wolf. Like, you could get a guy like John Jones right off the bat. 21 years old, just smoking people. Like, that's your first fight in the UFC. His fight, your fight. Fuck.
I watched that first fight while I was working in the kitchen on Spike TV. I watched from the debut of John Jones.
Yeah.
Till now.
Yeah, man. If you run into a special talent like that, John's the youngest ever UFC champion.
That's right.
And he beat a legend, Mauricio Shogun Rua, in Jersey.
Demolished him.
And by the way, captured a burglar the day of the fight.
That day?
Yeah, that day. Chased some dude down to, I think, snatch some lady's purse or something. Tackle the dude. Yeah, so we'll get to that. But this is Mark Hunt.
Hey, he looks good.
And this young kid is like this. Oh, look at bro, that right hand. Come on, son. Bro, Mark Hunt's been putting it on people since the 90s. He stopped this dude.
A lot of my boys are from New Zealand. And they used to tell me there's stories of Mark Hunt being a fucking menace on K Road.
Oh, bro.
The menace of K Road, Mark Hunt.
Can you imagine getting a street fight with Mark Hunt?
Nah,
Are you
man.
fucking kidding me?
Definitely not. You just, my bad guy.
Bro, he ate a Mirko Crow Cop head kick. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Was it left or right?
Left.
Oh,
left high kick.
Lord.
Nobody eats a Mirko Crow Cop head kick. And it was back when Mirko was allowed to wear shoes. So this is the
kicked him in the face with shoes?
Kicked him in the face with wrestling shoes on, son. No, he didn't have the wrestling shoes on. I lied. Didn't he have one fight with... No, I made that up. I don't think he had one fight with... I think he always went barefoot. But, you got to see when he eats one of these high kicks. And Mirko has the best left high kick other than Leon Edwards, of all time.
Yeah.
It may be better than Leon Edwards because he's so big.
Yeah, he's massive. Oh,
look at that
God.
fucking high kick. He eats it. He ate a couple of them, dude. He ate one square on the noggin.
Mark Hunt looks
how?
fast, too. The transitions to the knee are nice.
Yeah, Mark Hunt
fast.
always carried around a lot of body fat, but he moved very well. And he has, lethal combinations. His combinations are very complex. He goes under your ribs, over the top.
Look at that.
Yeah.
David Tua.
And his legs are massive,
God,
bro.
look at that.
His legs were massive. And he just had... not just an iron chin, but a warrior's mentality. Oh, he got dropped here. Oh, he ate that one. Bro, on the chin. Gets up, though.
Oh.
This is what's crazy. That's the difference between K1 and MMA, right?
Laughing. Look at that. He's like, fuck it.
Bro, he got clean caught. Clean caught by and he got hit again, by one of the most dangerous strikers of all time. But you know who put him out, which is even crazy? Melvin Manhoef. Melvin Manhoef, who weighed 190 pounds, put him out with one punch. Melvin was, you want to talk about the scariest striker ever in MMA? I think it's Melvin. He might not have been the best. He might not be the best technical, Pejeda's probably the most technical, but Melvin was so terrifying because he would come at you guns blazing with them gladiator shorts on. Look at this. Boom.
Oh, man.
I mean, dropped Mark Hunt and put him out. Who the fuck does that?
He has kryptonite in that fucking hand. Look at that.
Bro, he's so fast.
Going backwards. Boom, boom.
See if you can find a Melvin Manhoef highlight reel.
Oh, my Lord.
This dude was like a demon. He would come at, first of all, super skillful. He's from Mike's gym in Amsterdam, legendary kickboxing gym. Badahari came from that gym. So just super skillful, but so fucking ferocious, man. I mean, just such an awesome kickboxer. And just do or die. He either got knocked out or he knocked you out.
Oh.
And that style
Look at
was
him.
just so fan-friendly. Bro, he's chasing people down. He was so dangerous. So dangerous. But, you know, got KO'd too because his fights were so reckless.
Yeah,
Not
look at him.
reckless, skillful. Skillful, but like
But he lives
super
within.
aggressive.
He
Right.
lives within the zone.
Yeah. He's in that danger zone. And he drags everybody into that. And you might get him. Joe Schilling got him. Robbie Lawler got him. Robbie Lawler got him in a crazy fight where Robbie Lawler was getting the shit kicked out of his legs. And he just uncorked a hammer, just one punch, just one wild right hand, just clipped Melvin and the lights go out.
Robbie Lawler's the next level, man.
Robbie
He's such
Lawler.
a gentle, like when you meet him also, he's very sweet. He's just like, yo, how are you, man? How's everything?
Did you hear what happened during the Free Palestine marches in New York City? Did you hear what happened? So there was a bus, and the bus was filled with UFC fighters, and there was the Free Palestine thing that was going on.
What, they stopped the street?
And apparently the bus was trying to make it through before they closed everything off, and the bus didn't. So then they got in front of the bus, and then they started slashing the tires, and the
shit.
bus was filled with Robbie Lawler and a bunch of other killers.
Oh, my God.
And everybody's like, should we go out with the... And Robbie goes, everybody conserve your energy because we're probably going to need it.
Just calm. Just like a
It's like if
seal.
we have to fight these people, you're gonna need your energy. So Robbie Lawler's like just sitting there like he's ready to go to a championship fight.
He's sitting
Just
there like
conserving
Tom
all his
Berenger,
energy.
just fucking
yeah.
getting an arrow ready.
He was just telling everybody just conserve your energy. Like, can you imagine if those fucking knuckleheads opened up that door? So this is the Melvin Manhoef Robbie Lawler fight. So Melvin is just chopping at Robbie's. I mean, look at that. Oh, look at that. One right hand. Boom. And then a left behind it. Just look at it.
That's what I was throwing
Eyes-
at the bag
look at
today.
it, bro.
Those big overhand rights.
I mean, eyes
Man.
wide open, out cold. But it was that
Why
style.
do you breathe like that when you're knocked out?
Well, you're almost dead.
Okay.
You know, you're almost
Makes
dead.
sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, you're getting knocked unconscious. Like someone can then kill you. Like you know, it's like they've already put you away. Now you're at their mercy. And if someone's just at
But you've
your
seen
mercy,
them doing this before
Yeah.
and twitching, but like those deep, crazy breaths with the eyes open is fucking scary.
scary.
That shit's
Those
scary.
kind of knockouts are fucking terrifying. And how many of them can your body endure? And at what age? These are the real questions. Like, maybe you can bounce back from one when you're 18, but when you're 35, you can't. You know, there's a scary.
Dudes who take beatings for 5 rounds, they must get whatever this means, micro concussions.
There's no micro about it.
That's what I'm
man.
saying. They're getting concussed every
Yeah.
fucking time.
Most likely,
But how
if
do
they
you
get
recover
rocked,
like
if they
that?
get dropped. Well, first of all, they're in insane shape. Like every guy who gets to a 5-round championship level. Like, did you watch that Sean Strickland Paulo Costa fight?
I sure did.
But you got to be in bonkers shape to put that pace on a person for 3 rounds.
It's unbelievable.
Just Strickland just stays on you, and Paulo,
Stays in the gym. That's
Yeah.
why he doesn't fight. All he does is fight.
all he does is spar. He's just constantly sparring.
And that's the only way you get that cardio, correct?
I don't know, man, but he
just
has
has
it
another
different
lung.
than anybody else. He has it different than anybody other than Drickus, man. Because Drickus, as big as that, as swole as that motherfucker is,
Yeah.
that guy's got cardio.
He does. But
Especially
it's-
now that he got his nose
Yeah,
fixed.
the first couple of fights he looked like he was gassing, but then he had that nose situation and he looks like a brand new man.
Brand new man. Dude, the nose thing, ladies
Did
and
you
gentlemen.
have him beating Sean?
No.
He was fucking very. It was,
No,
I thought
Sean won. I
very
thought Sean
close.
won by like a round, but I didn't hate it. It wasn't like the worst decision I've ever seen, but it wasn't like if you're gonna beat the champion, you know, that's always the thing. Like if you're gonna beat the champion, it should like be a clear, decisive win. And I think I would have edged it to Sean, but it was a great fucking fight.
Incredible.
It was a great. And Drickus is tough as shit, man. And that guy's so big. He barely makes sense that he's 185 pounds. I'm like, how the fuck do you get down to 185, dude? You're huge.
230, 225. He probably walks.
Big, thick fucker. But he does it just like Alex Pereira did it. Like there's guys that are willing to like really, really torture themselves.
Recently, I was in the airport. I was leaving Chito's fight in Miami when he fought Sean O'Malley, and fucking I seen Alex Pereira and Polino Cruz there. Polino is fucking massive. First off, he's as big as Alex. But man, I've never seen a man that looks like fucking Sagat from Street Fighter before. Exactly. He's a scary individual, bro.
Alex is built different.
Holy shit.
He's built different, and his mind's different too. It's
but
like,
when you see him out and he's dressed, he's wearing the tight ass pants. It's like some Jean-Claude Van Damme shit.
He's looking good. He's a champ. He's the champ.
He's the champ. You gotta look like
champ.
that.
Bro, 2-division champ and just a handful of fights in the UFC.
Instant Hall of Famer in my mind.
Instant Hall of Famer.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. And, he's just different than everybody else in that he's such a specialist. He's such a he's not taking nobody down. Like, you never have to worry about him trying to take you down. He's not even interested. He's such a specialist. But that specialist is one of the best specialists ever at that game. Like, you watch him at his peak in glory. But dude, Alex Pereira in glory
was he at his peak, or is he peaking now?
Oh, I think he's peaking now as a fighter.
Yeah.
But when he was his peak as a kickboxer, he was putting people into orbit. Pull up Alex Pereira versus Jason Wilness.
That left hook is out of control.
Bro, everything's out of control. It's scary. The power is just so extraordinary.
It's the torque, man. It's that body style.
Yeah.
He's just thick and fucking huge. Bastard.
Yeah, so Jason Wilness, who's also a legit world champion, one of the best kickboxers in the world. And Pereira and him have fought early. I know, dude. Look at him.
He literally looks like fucking Sagat.
He looks like just
he's
like
Street
he's born
Fighter
to do
too.
This. Like he's born to do this.
Oh.
But he's such a menace because his style is different than anybody you're going to get to imitate in the gym. It's very awkward. You wouldn't teach that style. But the way he's
holding his hands like out like this.
Everything's strange, but it's so effective. And it's just the power is just extraordinary. Even when you block things. Like Jason Wilness, he's going to block a high kick, and even though he blocks the high kick, he still gets dropped on his ass. But you got to see the KO after he blocks a high kick. I think it's coming right here. Yeah. So he's setting it up. Boom.
Wow.
So
the velocity you get on that fucking length of leg.
Yeah. And the density, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Coming from playing football, my coach would always say, look at them legs, look at that ass.
Yes.
You need look at how high his fucking ass
Watch
is.
this.
Oh my God.
Yo, that scissor knee is fucking insanity.
He has like a runner's body. Like his ass is up fucking halfway up his back.
Yeah.
That's why he got his leg like that. It's like a deer.
Well, he's a legit Amazon tribesman.
Nice.
Like his people are like legit Amazon warriors. Like that guy.
Oh, my
that's
God.
probably how the great warriors of 500 years ago all looked. They're probably all looking like that guy. Look at that scissor knee. That is insane. He's just so clever too. And he beats Sean Strickland. He knocks him out in one round, and then goes and trains with him.
He's a gentleman.
He's a really fucking nice guy.
He seemed like a really nice guy. He was sweet.
Well, that's why he gets mad when, when Jamal Hill brought out the Stonehenge statue.
I mean, he knocked after fucking Jamal, who I like a lot, fucking checked his nuts. Like, Herb, chill for 1 second.
Yeah.
And then he threw that left hook out, and oh my God.
There's a little bit of a complication with that because Jamal stops and pauses, and when he stops and pauses, Alex hops in twice and he closes the distance. And so when they restart, it was a little complicated because what happened was,
should Herb back off then, or he should stop it?
Look, I'm not a referee, and I think Herb's the best in the business. So I'm not going to correct him in any way ever. But what I think was going on in Jamal's mind is Jamal kicks him in the nuts accidentally. Herb says stop. And then Alex puts his hand on
and moves
Herb
in as he
and
does
hops
that.
in.
Okay.
And then they restart. Herb is out of the view and restarts it. And when he restarts it, Alex catches him with a left hook.
Jamal's out of position. From
Jamal's perspective, Jamal stiffened his legs up. He relaxed. He said, sorry. And then he goes like this, you good? And then Alex has his hand on the guy's forearm, moves in, and they re-engage. But he's closed the distance now, significantly. And there's a danger zone with Pereira. It's anywhere near his hands.
Right there.
It's like, you can't take but one.
7 feet.
You can't take but one. They're just too powerful. It's just crazy power. And there's guys that have been gone, like Bruno Silva went 3 rounds with him. He survived. He got a beating.
Yeah, he surely got a beating.
Yeah, but he's a good striker. But it was a good fight. So here's what happens. There's the nut shot, and it's
I think it was
Jamal's
so shockingly
See, right there,
spectacular.
Right there.
Right?
Look
Oh,
how
yeah,
his
look,
legs
he relaxed.
look,
Big
his
time relaxed.
legs stiffen up, but
And he closes the distance.
But he's already closed the distance.
Yeah. Already
Because
stepping into
Herb has said stop. So let's watch it again.
that first initial bunny hop within.
So watch this. There's the nut shot, and and so he goes sorry. He completely stiffens up, stands up straight, lets him close the distance.
Yep.
See, the distance is much different now when he puts his hand on Herb. Now he's right in front of him. So Jamal was not letting him stand that close to him before, and then he clips him. Boom, and drops him. Jamal was fighting him on the outside. And
Absolutely.
in Jamal's
And that one little step in changed the whole game.
Exactly. And in Jamal's eyes, he had gotten a feeling of the dude's rhythm and where
Right
the danger
here.
was.
Boom,
right
boom.
there.
Yep.
But see how he's already closed
Oh, yeah,
the distance.
he's already in.
Right.
He's already there.
Yeah, it's just...
Okay.
It's the thing.
I didn't
It
actually
doesn't-
realize that until just now.
It doesn't mean Pereira couldn't have caught him like that at any moment in the fight, because he 100% can catch anybody alive at any moment in the fight with that guy. Bang!
Oh, yeah.
And then you're in deep shit. But in that instance, Jamal Hill actually has a point. And it's just... referee in fights is chaos. Like, they're trying to make a decision in the moment. He says, I'm fine. Okay, restart it. But do you recognize that you said stop? And when you say stop, are you supposed to separate them? And then are you supposed to bring them back together to fight again? Or are you going to let them close the distance? Because if you let them close
Separate them and then bring them, right?
Yeah, I think, but it's one of those things where it's like, okay, you guys are okay? You're both okay? All right, go ahead, fight. Which makes sense, too. But I think...
It was a tough spot.
with Jamal's mind, all of a sudden the focus is gone. There's a confusion. Are we fighting? We're not. We go back. All right, we're back.
For sure, you could see that.
Says I'm sorry. I kicked you in the nuts. You good? Gives you the thumbs up. Gentleman, stands straight up, relaxed posture, not looking like he's fighting at all. And Alex is
And
like,
he
fuck
sneaks
you.
in. Boom, boom.
Alex is like, fuck you. So
Yeah.
it's Alex's job to say fuck you and close the. If he can get away with doing that, that's his job is to get a hold of you, right? And you're trying to not allow him to come at you and take angles and kick his legs and pick him apart on the outside and never let him get that close to you where he can clip you with one of them left hooks. And so that's how it happened.
That shit's dangerous right there. That's a dangerous profession. Let me ask you this. Do these refs make any money? Is Herb Dean rich?
I do not know. I have never asked.
Are these dudes making any type of money? Because they got a lot of fucking pressure on them.
They have a lot of pressure on
They
them.
have a lot of pressure on. They also don't have to really, answer for themselves also. But
Sometimes they do answer for themselves, like if there's a question or
it's
like
something
a questionable
really,
call.
egregious.
Yeah, there was one this weekend. Jared Cannonier and Nasruddin Imamov. Yeah, and the fight was stopped. And Jason Herzog, who's the referee, is a really good referee.
Really good referee.
Fucking excellent referee. I just think he made a mistake. I think sometimes guys make mistakes. And maybe he thought Jared was out. And maybe he thought he was out on his feet. And he was seeing that he's going to get hit again. And then when he makes the call, all of a sudden Jared recovers.
It happens. Don't you get
happens.
flash knocked out and then you
Yeah.
recover as he's breaking it up, you understand what's happening. You're like, no.
And in his mind, he might have thought that Jared had gotten to the point of helplessness and he was going to separate and Jared was going to crumble, which could happen. He could have just crumbled, could have just fell apart. But he definitely didn't. So when he stopped it, Jared was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I'm okay. I can still move. I can get this guy back. He's going to run out of gas. Like, this is part of fighting.
Some tough ones out there.
It's part of fighting because guys have moments in a fight where they turn on the gas and then sometimes the guys come back from that.
For sure.
Like I'm sure you've seen Mickey Ward and Arturo Gatti, right?
Many times.
Perfect example.
Those fights are crazy, man.
Mickey Ward is putting it on Arturo Gatti, just putting it on him, drops him with a liver shot.
Who always took fucking damage.
Yes.
He got battered a lot.
They both did.
Yeah.
And in those fights, oh my God.
Legendary
oh my
fights.
God. But those fights, like, you could have come close to stopping that a couple of times if you were like an overzealous referee.
But
or a
then there
referee
wouldn't be
that's-
these legendary fucking fights.
Right. But then there's the other. Well, in that
Yeah,
case,
obviously now, I'm sure Mickey doesn't speak well.
I don't know. I talked to him once. Said hi to him once.
But does he
A legend,
drool?
though.
Like not drool, but
Does he have?
he has like a
I don't
draw.
know. But some guys definitely do.
Of course.
Some guys get it real, some guys get it. Like Joe Frazier in the end had it so bad.
Evander got it.
Yeah, does he have it now?
He doesn't sound like he's all there.
How
his
can
body
you-
might be there, but doesn't seem like his speech is there.
How can you be? You know, how can you keep getting repeatedly punched in the head and not have it damage your head, If you drink whiskey every day, you're going to get a fucked up liver. It's just, if you're getting punched in the head all of the time, that can't be good, No.
For me, I like to protect this bod of mine. I just want to, I want to make it more healthy. That's all I really want to do.
I have friends that spar, and they really like sparring. And I'm like, you're a professional. You have a profession.
Like just regular dudes that like some Fight Club.
Yeah.
You just want to get a little adrenaline.
Yeah. But they're sparring, and they're 46. They're getting punched in the face. I'm like, what are you doing? Don't do that. Bro,
sometimes it takes a while to get those chops.
It'll take a long time if you start if you're 46.
I'm saying it takes a minute.
You have to be a weird athlete to get really good at striking at 46. If you've never done anything, and then you step in and now you're sparring guys and you're good at 46, you'd have to be like a weird athlete. You'd have to be like some dude who could just do any gymnastics, basketball, baseball. He could do anything. He just knows how to move his body.
I feel like that could be me. I like training, man. I enjoy. Like I said, I want to grapple somebody.
Yeah, you were
I
saying
would do
that.
a celebrity grappling, even though it's like fuck a celebrity, just a grappling.
As long as there's no heel hooks.
No heel hooks. This is not jujitsu. This is grappling. I want to do collegiate style and mixed with Roman Greco.
Do you really?
I don't know. Yeah, I do. I want to fucking throw somebody around for sure. I want to fucking submit somebody very badly. Every day I practice submitting a fucking sandbag.
Do you?
Yeah, every day.
Do you ever take jiu-jitsu classes?
I did a couple of times, but I've been offered to go where my son goes, but I don't know, man. It's
Get in there.
Yeah.
Get in there.
I only want to learn top pressure.
That's it.
I'm never gonna be on the fucking bottom, dog. Fuck that. Only top. Aggressive top.
But what are you gonna do to get?
I don't
You
know.
gotta learn how to get off the bottom at least.
That's
I can
the
understand
hardest
if you
thing
don't
to
wanna-
do. If someone's laying on me, it fucking sucks.
It's very difficult.
It's hard. You have to
Yes,
pinch. You have
right.
to pinch them.
But you're gonna have to learn how to get out.
Are you allowed to pinch?
No. A dude recently bit a dude in the UFC, and
saw
so the
that.
dude got a tattoo of the guy's bite on his arm, which is hilarious.
Dude, that's a fucking deep bite.
Ooh, deep.
That
Yeah.
was in this spot here. Mm-hmm. That thin skin.
Yeah.
He could have broke fucking skin and it could have bled bad.
Oh, it's real dangerous.
That's disgusting.
Like
bro.
teeth, like people's mouths are so nasty.
It's the worst shit in the
We
world.
give people awful infections. Look at this guy. What does it say? I got fucking bit. What's the full tattoo?
I got fucking bit bonus.
Oh,
yeah, they
he
gave
got
him
a
the bonus, right,
'cause
from
he
getting-
got bit. Well, they disqualified the guy he was fighting, and he got the win bonus.
It was a decent fight. He was definitely winning though.
Yes.
Lima.
I think the dude was trying to take him down, and he couldn't take him down, and he bit his arm from behind, which is just like fucking so animal. That's so crazy that people get to that state where they're like, just fucking,
You
like
see-
Tyson and Holyfield.
I'm saying when you're
Bite you.
frustrated, you get put in a position you can't get out.
Damn, look at that bite too. That's a crazy bite.
Was he wearing a fucking mouth guard or did he throw it out of his mouth? What the fuck is that?
That looks like it.
That looks like a
didn't
baby
have a mouth.
piranha.
Yeah. Oh, you know what it is? It's a mouth guard, probably on one side, but not on the other.
So
You know,
wait, you just wear
a lot
one
of guys.
piece? You don't do the double?
No, I don't think anybody uses the double.
That shock guard that we used to wear in football?
Yeah, I think the problem with that is it restricts your breathing too much.
Ah, yeah, true.
So most guys just wear one on the top. So there were some boxers back in the day that would wear the double. It would be crazy. They had this crazy mouth, like
Yeah, like that, of course.
and they had holes like this, and they'd be fighting with this double. But I think ultimately everybody kind of decided that just takes out too much wind.
Break your nose, it's over.
No, it's
How are you gonna fucking breathe if you break your nose in that big ass
Yeah.
football mouth guard?
Yeah, that mouth guard sucks. I don't think you could do that. It's like, if you ever done one of those breath trainers where you breathe through, so
Yeah.
like the Boss Rutan one.
Yep. It's pretty
That's
much
what
what
they
they give you after surgery, where they put the fucking the ball. You have to keep the ball in the middle. And he made a thing.
Boss Rutan did.
He made a waist trainer, not a waist trainer, a fucking breath trainer.
Yes, Boss Rutan did. Yeah,
Oh, my
it's really
God.
good. It's got a bunch of different filters. So you have one where it's wide
Like
open.
lung restrictions.
Yeah,
I like that.
there's different levels of lung restriction or air restriction. It's basically like you're breathing air through a smaller and smaller hole, and it just like fits in your mouth, and it's like contracting your diaphragm muscles, and it's just really like it's like breathing exercises, but almost like with weights.
I mean, the world is incredible.
Yeah.
Just keep like all these little micro workouts for fucking organs and muscles. I love this. I love this. I love to learn about these things. I'm gonna order one. Does he have them ready? Are they available?
Yeah. What is it called? What's Boss's?
I love fucking Boss Rutan,
He's the man.
bro. Those early videos of him showing you how to fucking win a bar fight.
Yeah.
Incredible. Those things are things of legend.
And he's another guy. If you met him, you would have no idea. You would think he's the nicest. What does he do? Is he a banker? He just, there it is. The O2 trainer. That's right. The O2 trainer 2.0, new and improved.
You wear that running?
No,
Or just wherever?
You just do it for breathing exercises. They have like outlines of like different ways to do it. Boss has videos that he's put out there. And, you know, I think they probably have a frequently asked questions.
You look ridiculous, but I'm sure it works.
Yeah, there he is. Boss and me talking about it. It's real. I use it.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's fun. He told me not to do it in the cold plunge, though. He's, Joe, it's Boss, listen. People apparently black out, so don't do it in the cold plunge. Like, I would imagine, like, if you were in the cold plunge, you're freezing, and then you're also restricting your breathing, and you get, like...
I could attest.
Things get
You
wacky.
lose your breath immediately, man. I fucking could not handle that.
Yeah, if you had that thing in your mouth, too, you're
You feel like you're getting choked.
super ultra freak out.
Nah.
Yeah.
I mean, you use all these different things that people invent. I think, by the way, I feel like an asshole sometimes when I come on here. Terrence Howard. Yeah, no, I don't even know what to say. I was like Googling shit to talk about after that. But what the fuck? What in the actual fuck?
First of all,
I understand it though.
I kind of understand.
I understand it. I understand.
I mean, it made sense.
To me, he's making
making
me
sense.
believe.
He's way too smart to just be making everything up. Like this, there's no way he's he's a lunatic. Like I've
You
heard
can't
people
just
say
lie. You can't
he's
just come up on
lunatic,
that. You
He's
can't
making
just-
things. I'm like, I don't think that's correct. He knows too much.
No.
So is he correct? I don't know. And then that's what has to happen is Terrence Howard has to sit down with someone who's an academic, someone who's got a PhD in whatever discipline they're talking about, and they can have a discussion, and you can see what he really knows and just what he can say to me, right? To me, it all makes sense, but I'm a moron.
No, you're not.
But if you're
I
talking to
also-
a mathematician, or if you're talking to a physicist, someone who actually can understand what these computations mean and what he's trying to say about 1 + 1 or 1 multiplied by 1 can't be
like
1.
no mathematics.
Yeah.
Everything is bullshit. I believe that. I wasn't good in algebra. I see it more in a linear way, not a linear way, a different way than him, like more similarly to him.
Right. Well, I would imagine that there's probably more to all these things.
Those fucking
Even our
toys he made, the
mathematics.
figures.
Even our mathematics, like as brilliant as the people are who have created all the formulas that everyone's studying, I would imagine that in the future they're going to have even better methods of figuring things out, and that all these things are going to evolve, that they're not perfect, and that they're going to just like continue to evolve. And if we want to get to like what alien civilization looks like, when we want to get to like super insane levels of technology where they control all of the atmosphere, they literally can harness the power of stars, like there's so much work to do. Like there's so much everybody has to figure out. And if Terrence Howard somehow or another, if it's the craziest story ever, and Terrence Howard is like literally one of the smartest guys that ever lived, and he's got all these genius ideas and inventions, and even though it seems just insane that this is coming from an actor. This is from the Hustle and Flow guy? What?
Hey, listen,
this is from the Iron Man guy? What?
He was in Boomerang back in the day with
What?
Eddie Murphy. Fucking Sunset Park. He was Spaceman. Like, he has range.
And then he's up here
like
talking
a
about-
modern day Daniel Day.
Yeah, he's a great actor, but it's just because he's so smart. And then he's talking about how the periodic table's all fucked up, and this is what's you're like. Wait a minute. What are you doing? How can you do this?
I understand because of music. I understand the way that I feel what he's saying.
Yeah.
Like, stop trying to uncover shit. Just all these little micro fucking bullshits.
What do you mean?
Like I said, I'm a fucking idiot. I'm trying to regurgitate what I heard. Like, as far as all the elements, the elements in between.
Yeah.
Like, why are they there? When they're just. You
you
know
and I
what
will
I'm talking-
never explain this in a way that's not hugely frustrating to anybody who really knows
I can't even
it.
remember what I'm trying to say, but you know.
Yeah.
The
way he was explaining how everything's connected.
Exactly.
Yeah, and the entire the whole scale of it, and the way he
I
was
gotta watch
showing
it
it like a
again.
geometric pattern. And when you look at it like the way he was describing it, you're like, oh wow, that kind of makes more sense. It does make sense. That's it. I mean, it just looks beautiful.
That's fire.
Oh, Jamie,
That's dope art.
I need to know if this is true. I'm going to send you this, but it's so cool that I hoped and prayed that it was true, and I didn't even want to Google it. But it's that they took these photons.
I was trying to find that. I saw you.
Did you
post
see it?
I didn't find. I googled it and couldn't find anything.
How could this be
It seemed
fake?
like it
Why
was
would they be
new.
lying to me,
I'll
Jamie?
look specifically
Why
for
would
the
they be
yin-yang
lying
thing.
to me, Jamie?
It was like, what did they do? There was photons had what?
It looked like a yin and yang. I'll tell you what it is. I'll send it to you again. I'll send you the.
It's like a very specific thing they did to them.
Yeah, but
And it revealed the yin yang.
That's what it looked
it's
like.
quantum entangled photons. So, this is what it looks like. That's quantum entangled photons. Now, again,
Come
for
on,
the
that's
record,
fucking
I
crazy.
am a fucking idiot, okay? I don't even know what that means. I can say those words, quantum entangled photons, but if you made me like write down
Like,
without
what
any
is it?
Googling in an essay what a quantum entangled photon exactly is. But what it
Aren't
looks like,
photons from light, from sun?
yeah, but this is the thing. Quantum yin-yang shows two photons being entangled in real time, so it's true.
That's
The stunning
crazy.
experiment, which reconstructs the properties of entangled protons from a 2D interface pattern, could be used to design faster quantum computers. And when you quantumly entangle two photons, they look like a yin and yang. Do you know how insane this is?
What
Do you
does
know how,
quantumly entangled mean?
That's a very good question that I can say, and it makes me sound smarter. Quantumly entangled.
But is
But
I mean, what
I
is
couldn't
it?
write that down without Googling it exactly.
The quantum entanglement, is it the mixture of these photons together?
Well, I think what it is these particles are entangled in some way where they don't have to be in the same place and time, but they react to each other. There's some method or some way of understanding how this is done. It's all squirrely, yellow legal pad, chalkboard with a bunch of squiggles that you don't understand. Bananas talk.
Who the fuck are these
Quantum
people?
entangled
Yeah, this is-
photons. I don't know exactly how they do it. It's a weird connection between two far apart particles that Albert Einstein objected to as spooky action at a distance. Enables two light particles or photons to become inextricably bound to each other so that a change to one causes a change in the other, no matter how far apart they are. To make accurate predictions about a quantum object, physicists need to find its wave function, a description of its state existing in a superposition of all the possible physical values a photon can take. Entanglement makes finding the wave function of two connected particles a challenge, as any measurement of one also causes an instantaneous change in the other.
But why are they depicted in different shades and different colors?
First of all, I don't trust these super dorks at all. Look at the photos of those people.
Yeah, I don't know, man. They're pretty young.
Yeah, they're all too smart. I don't trust them. They're speaking gibberish.
I need to see some old guys.
Scientists, look at this. Scientists have used a first-of-its-kind technique to visualize two entangled light particles in real time, making them appear as a stunning quantum yin-yang symbol. The new method, called biphoton digital holography, uses an ultra-high precision camera and can be used to massively speed up future quantum measurements.
Well, then it's all bullshit. It's not real time. It's not real.
What do you mean?
See by the wording
It's
of
a
it,
fucking, it's like those it's like the AI shit. That's not a real image. They colored it and fixed it and put fade and brightness and fucking, like, how does that,
I don't know if they did.
you don't think so?
No. I think whatever the light is on the right, there's like a different technique of measuring it. Like, what was the one on the right? Like,
Was
how
this
did they do that?
Heat?
This has a reconstruction of a
Man, I'm gonna get
holographic
fucking
image.
demolished. I'm a total moron.
No, I think there's just two different ways of imaging it. So I don't think there's anything fake about it. I think it's just a bizarre shape that exists in ancient cultures, and now they're finding out is actually two entangled photons.
Yeah, but who came up with all this motherfucking shit, holography? Like, what the fuck is that? Where did this come
Scientist
from
dudes.
now?
Scientist dudes and gals and non-binary folk. What is the actual definition of yin yang, Jamie? Like, what does it exactly mean? I know it's to be balance. Like, and I knew, like, back when I was in high school, all the cool kids got yin yang tattoos.
I want one now. Now I want one.
Now I'm thinking about getting one
Right?
because of the quantum thing. But it became a corny thing. Like, a yin yang became corny.
When I was young, it was like tribal. Mm-hmm. Now I want tribal or barbed wire around the bicep.
Yeah, like old days.
Like Pam Anderson.
Like Pam Anderson. A lot of wrestlers had it. Okay, so what does it
Buff
mean?
Bagwell.
There's no meanings are popping up. There's not. I don't know about specific definition because you got to define the yin.
Well,
and
just
and
Google
yang.
that right there. People also ask. Go back and then what is the meaning of yin yang? Click on that. What does that say?
I know it popped up a video.
Oh, it's a
I did
video.
That. Yeah, that's why I skipped past it.
Like, can't it just tell
Can
you?
you just tell me, bitch? Write it down. So what does it mean?
It's a. You have to describe both, and then you have to describe them both together. It's like describing what is light and what is dark. And
Here's
what is
the
light,
thing,
dark.
man.
It's a philosophy.
This
it's
is
an
what-
open-ended philosophy.
This is one of the things that freaks me out about the current state of the world is that we are at odds with China. And China has
Why?
been around forever. They are so much more established. They've been around for 4,000 years, man. They
So
figured
many
out-
dynasties and
They've been thriving economically for 4,000 years. They invented everything. China invented paper. They invented alcohol. They invented the mechanical clock. They invented gunpowder. They invented rockets.
I mean, bro, when I fucking order my clothes to sell, I get it from there. They do it much fucking better and cheaper than here.
You can buy good American stuff.
Nah, but it's not the same.
Well,
When you outsource,
Liz-
hey, listen, I like America, but if you want to get it done right, you go to China.
that's so ridiculous. That's so ridiculous.
That is a crazy thing to say.
But it is fucked up that somewhere we lost our way and we decided that it would be better for some people over here to get things paid for in a cheap manner. Get cheap labor from a country where they let people work for like almost nothing and buy your shit from them and then sell it over here. But it's just short math. Because like everybody's like, hey, do you know what the fuck the trickle down of that is? How about we just make less money, or we don't look at it in terms of like you're never gonna end, it's never gonna stop growing. How about just like maintain what we've got and make high quality stuff and keep all these jobs here? Like what's the economic downside of getting rid of thousands of jobs every time they close a plant? Thousands of jobs just to make a little bit more money? Or even if it's a lot more money, like, aren't you making money? Isn't it so successful that you can buy a new plant in Mexico? Like, what the fuck are we doing?
People are fucking
It's so
sick in the head.
short-sighted.
Yeah, it's all money.
You ever see Roger and Me? Mm-mm. It's Michael Moore's best documentary, I think. And it's the first one, too.
I like Michael Moore a lot.
He was young. He's a good dude. I met him a couple times.
I met him one time coming out of the fucking 23rd anniversary Jordan party. Fuck That's Delicious had just come on Vice.
Yeah.
And I walked out and he was in his limo. He came out. He goes, "Action, what's up?" I've been in the hotel room all weekend watching Fuck That's Delicious. I love it. And this is outside the Jordan party. I just met Moses Malone and shit like that. It was fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's cool.
And this was early on, and he gave me that props.
That's nice.
It meant a lot to me.
The documentary is really good. It's really good. And it's really heartbreaking. It's about Flint, Michigan, when the auto factories pull out.
Bro, why do he does these tear jerkers, man?
This one's a really good one.
He's showing you the real.
This is the realest of the real because this is where he's from. And he got to see all these people, just thousands of people, man, that were employed by the auto industry, just get those jobs removed and sent to Mexico. And they're fucked, man. No one has anything. No one has anything. There's just like nothing to do. It's not like you need to work harder. It's like, no, the industry's gone.
There's no jobs.
It's
There's
not
nothing
just-
to do there.
The main thing in the town is now gone. The town just died. It's a ghost town now. Now everyone's fucked. And it happened like that. And it happened because people wanted to make more money. That's what's crazy.
So they don't make Cadillac over there anymore?
I don't know what they're doing now because I know a lot of things have come back to Detroit. Like Detroit's kind of making a bit of a boom. Sam Talent just moved to Detroit. Shout out to Sam Talent. Hilarious comedian, if you don't know who he is. But they've got, there's a lot of like businesses that are coming out of Detroit that are like proud about it, like Shinola, made in Detroit, American made watches and leather bags.
I
and
stay
shit.
in that hotel a lot.
Oh, it's a good hotel, man.
it is.
They're legit. Shinola's legit. So like there's a bunch of stuff happening there, but it used to be one of the richest cities in the world. Detroit in the you ever seen like videos of Detroit?
It was fucking,
in the
that's where the
1960s?
players came from. It was
Yes.
Detroit players.
Bro.
That's where dressing like a player came from.
Bro.
Gators, all kinds of fucking outfits and gators. That's where it came from.
Booming economy.
Buffs, the Cartier lenses. Mm-hmm. It's like a whole thing.
Motor City Hitman, Thomas Hearns.
Come on, man.
Come
You don't
on,
think
man.
he wore Cartier lenses?
Come on,
100%. And he wore
100%.
gators.
100%. So that place was this thriving city. And then all of a sudden, the auto manufacturers pulled out. It just was, you just watched one of the great cities melt. Why? Because someone wanted to make more money. That is so crazy that people were willing to do that. It's
You're right.
so fucking crazy.
Well, now I have to fucking rethink all my business models.
Yeah. I work with Origin. Origin is a company in Maine. It's all American made. Everything. Threads. Everything. Cloth. Everything. All our hunting gear is made by Origin. All of it's made. They develop the pattern. They make it all. It's all. Everybody gets paid well. Great jobs. It's just like, it just feels better. I always said that about like iPhones. Like, make me an iPhone that you make in America. Just charge me more money. Can you just put a little U.S. flag in the corner so I know I'm getting that one? And just charge me more money. Just charge me more money.
It's like when you buy a pair of New Balance sneakers, the made in America ones are always the
Yes.
better quality stuff. You know you're getting quality when it says made in the U.S. of A.
Oh, but also, you're getting it from people that you have to adhere to laws, like labor laws. You don't have to adhere to those if you're buying them from third world countries.
Of course.
So it's kind of weird that that's okay. And I understand the economics of it. I don't really, but I understand that I don't understand it. I understand it's not my place. But I get why everybody did it, but you got to look at what the cost of that is. It's so insane. Someone was explaining to me that there's some African countries that get free clothes from the United States. So like they'll donate like free clothes, like a bunch of companies, and they get together and donate free clothes, which seems great, right? But a lot of these developing countries have people making clothes. And then all of a sudden, a bunch of free clothes get dropped off. And they're like, hey, what the fuck? Like, we're now I'm not going to sell any fucking clothes. Now you literally can't get by making clothes because they're giving away free clothes. And giving away free clothes is like a part of their whole charitable organization, like to make everybody feel great.
Yeah, but they don't need to be doing that.
But you could, in fact,
Give 'em
cripple a
money.
growing economy by giving people free clothes. I was like,
Give them food.
I would have never thought that. I would have never thought that giving someone free clothes could ever be bad. But it could be bad if they're actually starting to develop an economy or they have a thriving economy and somebody makes clothes there. And all of a sudden, we think we should give them free clothes that's going to fix everything and make us feel better.
I'll tell you this, in every fucking third world country I've been to, they got fucking Lionel Messi jerseys. They got Vinny Jr. jerseys. They got all kinds of sports jerseys. They're not wearing any. They're wearing fucking jerseys.
And they're
all
getting
kinds of sports clothing. Puma.
interesting. That's the cool shit to wear?
Always. Young kids always got the fucking soccer jerseys on or just like a team shirt. I see Yankee shirts.
That's always been the case, though, right?
Always. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, to this day, my wardrobe is jerseys. That's all I like wearing. That's all I like wearing.
Is that a Patrick Ewing?
Yeah, Patrick Ewing. I wore this jersey in like 30 countries already. I never take it off. It's like I'm fucking Pat.
Right.
I should put the knee braces on.
It makes you feel casual.
It really does. It makes me
Right?
feel casual, and it also makes me feel like You know where the fuck I'm from.
Yeah.
I'm wearing it on my
Exactly.
chest, bro.
Exactly, right? Nobody's going to mistake you for a Georgia boy.
Oh, no.
Hey, Miami won't
Yeah.
come alligator hunt.
Yeah,
what,
you're not
buddy?
going to fucking think that.
No.
That's for sure.
No, not at all.
I was listening to... I wanted to bring this up because I think that this is fucked up. I'm listening to WFAN radio in New York City, and they run these weird commercials for older men and shit like that and stuff. There was this one, fucking Dr. Darius Paduch, fucking a crime against men, a urologist who fucking touched hundreds and hundreds of men, apparently. They're running this spot on the radio station. Saturday morning, I'm watching SpongeBob on Nickelodeon with my child. They run the fucking same spot, but a visual of Darius fucking Paduch. Why are they running that spot on Nickelodeon?
For parents. They're assuming the parents are watching the
But
show
my
with the
son's
kids.
asking me who the fuck is Darius Paduch, and I don't know how to explain that he's done urology and crime against men. I don't know how to explain that.
So what do you mean by he did crime against men?
There were crimes against men. He
Oh,
touched.
so he
he
got-
did weird things
and
to
there was
them
an-
during urology exams.
And this ad that they were running
Yeah,
was
it's
an
on-
ad, like a news story, breaking news story.
Not a breaking news, but like one of those. Yeah, if you have the fucking the mesh in your stomach recall, you could get money or this.
Right.
Like they want people to come forward. All the victims of Dr. Darius Paduch.
Oh, I see. So,
So I just found that a little bit fucking.
maybe
like,
it's for parents.
Yeah, but why on
Ridiculous.
Nickelodeon, SpongeBob Saturday morning when they're running the same spot on WFAN for like 60-year-old men?
It's a good question.
I just thought that was fucked.
Maybe it's just a mistake.
That's my one contribution to this. It was a good one, though.
Yeah. Imagine if commercials were illegal.
Bro.
Imagine if we decided that everything has to exist on its own merit. And, word of mouth is the only thing that counts. There's plenty of social media out. No one's allowed to advertise at all anymore,
I would
ever
love
again.
that.
Bye.
I would love that. No more spots, no more this, no more fucking reads, no more that. Listen, all these reads, bro, it's a lot. It's a fucking lot. I'm not used to it. I'm not used to it. I don't love it.
Yeah. AI is going to take that for you.
Should I do it now? You think I could pull that one off now?
Probably pretty fucking close. Pretty fucking close.
What is this AI with the iPhone that I'm seeing on Instagram?
This is the newest AI. That
Should I
Apple,
throw this against the wall?
I don't know. Elon seems
Will it even work?
be very apprehensive, and he said something about that if it is in the operating system, if it's in iOS itself, he doesn't think they're going to be able to control it. And he thinks it represents a security risk to the extent that he's not going to allow people to, if this does get implemented as a part of the operating system, he's not going to allow people at Tesla to have them. He's not going to allow them to come in with like iPads or laptops that are Apple.
And it got to go in some sort of box.
Listen, man, if he's getting scared, I get scared.
I'm scared.
I get scared. When he's saying, hey, you're letting that fucking thing in everyone's phones and you don't know how to control it. And they're like, hey, we got, you know why they got AI? Do you know why they're doing that? Because of this. This is the Samsung Galaxy S24
Oh, yeah,
Ultra.
you're no fool. I'm about to get it.
This is my new phone.
I'm getting it.
Yeah, listen, Apple's great. I love Apple. I'm not a hater. I'm going to keep this phone too. But there's things that I could do with this phone that I can't do with this phone. This phone has anti-glare screen. It's way better to look at outside. Way better. Instantly, I noticed that. It charges quicker. It has all kinds of crazy shit. Like you can circle an object and Google just searches it for you. Tells you, like you see someone's sneakers, you're like, damn, those are cool. Boop. Google sends you a
pulls it
link,
right up.
shows where you can shop for it. It does a lot of shit that you can't get on an iPhone right now. So they had to
These
respond to that.
They don't even look that cool. They're cool, but they're like they're
Bro, this-
antiquated.
This thing translates in real time. So like you could be speaking Italian and I could be speaking English. We could have a conversation.
Well, that's one of the best things to use. My wife and I, we have this masseuse. She's a Chinese woman, about 70 years old. We're great friends with her, and we just talk with the phone. Translate. It's phenomenal.
yeah.
She sends text messages full Chinese characters.
Wow.
Translate.
That's dope. Isn't that dope?
I would love to just be able to like say something and then in my voice it says it in Chinese to her.
I think they're doing that. I think that is 100% going to happen.
I'd learn Chinese that way also.
Yes, you really could.
It's better than Rosetta Stone.
What's the best way? There's a bunch of different, like, controversial best way to learn. Well, you could learn Spanish in 6 weeks. I was like, 6 weeks?
I'll tell you how to fucking learn Spanish. Go work in the kitchen.
Right.
With some Mexican dudes
Right.
that will not speak English to you. That's how you learn.
Yeah, you got to pick
That's
it up.
how I learned.
Pick it up eventually. That is what they say, immersion, right? That's the best way to really
Immersion.
learn a language.
I mean, also, like, if you learn, like, phrases as far as, like, I don't know. I don't even know how to, like, I can't even give you an example. Like, things about the day or what you're about to do or shit like that. Just normal phrases that you would
Right.
use in everyday life. If you just use those, more than likely they're going to catch one way or another. You know, you can use them in different settings. You just got to
Right.
know a couple things. And then you build off that.
Imagine how funny that must sound to them. Our stupid Spanish. You know? It's like Borat sounds to us.
Yeah, no, I mean, the one thing that I do, I love when immigrants come here and they try to speak English. Because a lot of Americans, they don't fucking try and speak any other languages.
Right.
But everybody comes here and learns English one way or another. They're speaking broken, but you understand it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. It's probably the most, other than Spanish, the most recognized language. Like, what is the most popular language on Earth? Well, numbers-wise, it might be Mandarin. Or it might be Hindi. Like, what is the most popular language on Earth? Like, take a guess. What do you think it is?
I think it's Spanish.
think it's Spanish.
I think it's the
so.
most spoken language
The
in
most
the world.
countries.
Most spoken. Wait a minute.
Spanish is?
I'm asking like what the correct.
Yeah, let's see. What are the most spoken
Español.
languages in the world? What are the most spoken languages in the world?
It says Chinese, but
Chinese number one?
yeah.
That makes sense.
I thought there was multiple dialects.
Right.
That-
But
it
like
does say
maybe it's just
Mandarin. It says Chinese/Mandarin.
okay.
900 million.
900 million,
Yeah,
bro.
but there's a lot of fucking guys over there speaking their language natively. I don't know if it, I never met a white guy that could speak it perfectly or a black guy that could speak it perfectly.
I've met a few people that know Mandarin.
A couple.
Yeah.
A couple.
Very strange.
But who knows
This
Cantonese?
thing I'm looking
John
at, too.
Cena.
Fuck out of here. Fucking John Cena doesn't know Cantonese? Are you kidding me?
This says English.
He knows
is number
Mandarin.
One.
What?
This says English is number one.
What? One of them says English is number one.
Yeah.
John
It
Cena.
depends on what you're talking about.
But that only says 1.552 million. Oh,
God.
wow. Oh, 1 billion,
Yeah, yeah.
452.
That was
So
the
it's like-
best answer I've ever heard in my life.
A lot of Chinese people might know English because of the internet. Versus
Oh.
like we don't. I don't know. Main language versus do you know a couple words? Can you hold a conversation?
Interesting.
English has become the world's most common language, default for international business, tourism, tech, and much more. I mean, programming things is a big thing. So if you can't program in multiple languages.
Isn't there some shit going down right now with Saudi Arabia is getting off the U.S. dollar, the petrodollar?
That's different a little.
I know it's a little different, but I was just thinking about like things I'm scared of. More things I'm scared of.
I mean, listen, there's so many things out there that we have no clue that we should be scared of. As long as I don't know, I'm all right.
That's a way to live.
Right for right now.
It's
But if
not-
you tell me, then I'm like, fuck.
Right now, you know. Now you gotta operate.
now I
knowing-
gotta
knowing
figure it
that
out.
Aliens are real.
No, there's no doubt about it. If you think about what this actually is, what are we fucking doing? This life experience.
Yeah.
Aliens, this, that. There's all kinds of crazy shit. We can't just think that. Are we even living right now? What is happening right now? What is
It might
this?
be simulation theory.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. What'd you
Exactly.
Get? You get something, Jamie?
Something that says what you said, but I don't know.
So they dished the U.S. dollar today, right?
It was a pact for 50 years. I don't know that it wasn't expected. I don't know that they just.
The
did it all
dollar
of
is a
sudden
piece of
overnight.
shit.
Is it?
I think so.
I like them.
I love
looking at them.
I like the
holding
way
them.
I have a bunch of them sitting right there that I could hold, but I don't. They're almost worthless.
Craig Jones came in here and he had $1 million in cash,
On them?
and I wanted to run away with it. I wanted to grab that bag and run. You see $1 million in cash, it's just piles of hundreds. Like, this is crazy.
$1 million in cash isn't that much, though.
It's a bag.
Yeah, it's
In hundreds, it's
not that much.
It's like a gym bag stuffed with hundreds. It was weird.
That looks good.
It looked good.
That looks good to me.
Looked good.
Looks like a drug deal gone bad.
Yeah, or good.
Both.
Yeah. Life in the fast lane. Show the make lose your
It's only
mind.
22 pounds of money.
Oh,
Nothing big. Nothing. No big
22
deal.
pounds of money.
It's like the things you were doing with the
Yeah.
rod.
Fucking
With the
clubs.
rod.
Yeah, you could do that with that bag of money. Just do kettlebells with that bag of money.
I mean, that would be fire to work
yeah, you
out.
could do some shield cast, that bag of money.
Listen, all I know is that $1 million isn't even a lot anymore.
It's not
And you need
anymore.
to do a lot to make $1 million. Especially when you make $1 million, you're not making $1 million.
Right. In California, that's about to become the average home price.
I mean, 8 years ago, I was in Vancouver and they told me that was the average price.
$1 million.
$1 million.
And what does the average person make? I think they make $62,000.
Who the fuck is living in these places?
It's insane. The average home being $1 million, like everyone's in debt. And then you got companies that are buying up houses just so they can lease them out to people and make money leasing them. It's
I
like,
mean, bro, look at New York City. I'm over here looking for a house. I'm competing with brokers and like big people who want to put buildings where these old homes used to be.
right.
And
Right.
they're ready to just go, you know?
They do a lot of that stuff out here, like on 6th Street. They're going to start to do that. But on a lot of these places where you see these giant-ass skyscrapers, they used to be like a little bitch-ass building. And somebody bought it up and just built straight up. And they're trying to do that a lot.
That's what happens. That's fucking
Yeah. Capitalism.
Is that called industrial revolution?
No. Capitalism. You know, it's good if you want to live in an apartment building, but you just got to recognize what it is and what's going on. You know?
Apartment buildings are good for certain things.
It's fun.
That's all I've known my whole life. 2-bedroom.
yeah.
That's all I've known.
If
I'd
you
like
live
to
in the
know
city,
something
you get
better.
accustomed to that.
I only stay in, like, if there's a table here in the room, I just sit in this one corner only. No, I wouldn't even go on that side of the fucking table.
Because you used to being confined.
I'm a creature. I'm a creature. Just leave me in the corner as a creature. That's it. I don't need space. I'm like a little baby veal.
You just like to huddle up in your den.
I do with my fucking pipe, huffing, watching MMA talk, constant like Chael Sonnen talking crazy.
How do you think you would live if you lived like in a place with like a lot of land, quiet nights? Do you think you'd be missing it?
I would have to have some sort of live entertainment. I love live entertainment.
Something near you can go see?
Either
Yeah.
that or just like something exciting at the house. Mm-hmm. Like a band. I would bring sick musicians to the home. You know, all these different jazz and funk fusion bands and these old school bands that I love, I would bring them all. Have little mini concerts back there.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what Dave Chappelle does in Yellow Springs, Ohio.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's always got like musicians out there, comedians out there.
He's living the way he needs to
Yeah.
live. That's what he wants.
Yeah, he started doing that during the pandemic when everybody was locked down. He was doing outside shows with masks on. Remember those days?
Oh, yeah, he was doing fucking hooky parties. He was doing the old school hooky party.
Yeah. It was. Well, those are so crazy days. You couldn't go outside without a mask on.
I was wearing a gas mask to go to the fucking supermarket. Can you believe that? I had a fucking 3M gas mask with the two things here. I looked at myself in the mirror. I said, what am I doing? And I just took that shit off. I'm like, yo, everyone's going to have to deal with me. If you're outside and I'm outside, it's on you.
Well, in L.A., people would yell at you. They would yell at you if you'd be outside with no mask on.
There was nobody out in the streets of New York. I had the whole city to myself.
There was a lot of days like that.
Had
right?
the whole city to myself. I would get from one place to another in lightning speed.
Do you remember there was this one kid who crashed like $1 million Porsche? He crashed some like crazy I think it was like one of those Carrera GTs.
That
Like
Paul
something-
Walker one?
Yeah, it was either that or the 918, like something some crazy car. And this dude was just using New York City like a racetrack because there was no cars.
I didn't know about that. I was doing the same thing in a Jeep Grand Cherokee, though. That's the problem.
Well, this guy fucked up that car.
That's a nice one.
That's a Carrera GT. There's not that many of them in the world. And this is a Gambala.
That looks total.
He has charges dismissed. Oh, the charges are dismissed? So this dude was just driving around like a fucking psychopath
Oof.
when there was no one on the streets.
He's
And he
lucky
just
he's alive in that one.
Yeah, he wiped that fucking car up.
That's a
car's-
fucking gorgeous
I
vehicle.
wonder if they totaled the car. It looks like it's totaled.
I'd buy that at the auction.
Somebody would. If you have a Carrera GT like that, there's other people that have Carrera GTs that would want things from it.
Of course.
Even if it is totaled, there's like a lot of that stuff. If
Definitely
Porsche,
salvage those parts.
if Porsche lets that happen, I don't know how they that's such an exclusive car. I don't know like what some of those companies like Ferrari and Porsche, they have rules on how you're allowed to sell things.
Like, even if you crash it, they'll just take it back?
I don't know. I bet they would. I bet some of them would.
You can't get under that thing to get the catalytic converter.
No.
There's no way.
That is the same car that Paul Walker died in. The same
That is.
type of car.
It's because that thing slides like a motherfucker, man. If you hit one bump in the city and you're going at a specific speed, you're hydrogliding. You're in the air spinning.
Well, what does it say? The reason for dismissal was apparently a lack of proof. Road and Track cites a record from the court appearance as stating the people are moving to dismiss this matter because the case cannot be proven beyond a reasonable doubt.
Where did this happen? On the bridge or in the city or somewhere?
I think it was in the city. Okay, so look up at the top. Go to the top.
Yeah, no one was around, man.
Very publicized incident occurred nearly a year ago in the then empty streets of New York City. A rare Gumballa Mirage GT was captured on video crashing into several vehicles before finally coming to a stop. Video even captured the driver behind the wheel, who's later identified as Benjamin Chen. Now, charges against Chen for the incidents have apparently been dismissed. So they're saying to dismiss it because the case cannot be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. Huh. Okay. Did any of those jurors buy new cars? Like, look at them wipe it out. Oh my God. Let me see
He's
that again.
lucky.
Let me see that again.
He's a lucky baby.
Oh yeah, he was full on out of control.
He's lucky he hit the passenger side.
Yeah. He fucked that car up and he's
Oh,
trying to get away. So I guess, people were encouraged by the fact that there was no one in the streets to let it out a little bit.
I was.
No proof. That's
I
crazy.
was.
Jamie, that's not proof. That's CGI.
man.
That him getting out of the car, also not proof.
The city was
Shut
a
up, you
playground,
They're
bro.
talking to him,
Shut
and
up, you fucking
the
communist.
cops are talking to him. I don't understand.
The city was a motherfucking playground. It'll never
Stop
be like
being a
that
communist,
again.
Jamie. Fucking narc. Look at him over there. Narking on that
You wearing
kid.
a wire?
Yeah, he's wearing a wire.
Mike, this room's all mic'd up.
God damn
I
it.
throw water
Now
all
you
over
tell
him.
me. Oh, how did we get onto that? People driving crazy down New York City.
He had the city to himself.
Yeah, I've just had the city to
Oh,
myself
right.
during the pandemic. There was no one around. There was literally nobody. Nothing to be said.
Bro, LA had no traffic.
There was no rules.
You could drive around in LA and there was no one on the road. It was the weirdest fucking thing ever. Ian Edwards has a joke about it. Like, I want to find out how much time it really takes to get places. Because
You see?
in LA, you never know.
You never, bro. I've been in the worst traffic over there. It's actually, it gives me PTSD. I don't even want to drive anymore because I get very bad road rage these days.
It's bad for your head, man.
I'm in the car, windows up, screaming.
So you just can't go anywhere. Like,
I'm freaking out. I
Just
can't get
trapped.
myself together.
And what if you're low on gas,
Oh,
Or what if you're low on batteries? Come on.
Or if you got to take a shit, or if you got
Oh.
things to do. Like if you're caught up out there,
Yeah.
I'll do crazy things to get out of traffic.
Yeah.
There's nothing I wouldn't do. I'll ride on the side. I'll go through the forest. Whatever I need to do to get out of traffic, I've done.
One of the things that's interesting is that Waze, which is really the best way to get around. Like, if you want to find out where the bullshit is, Waze is really good. And people report there's an accident here, and everybody kind of communicates, and very, very good. But Waze was making people that were leaving New York and driving through Jersey. They were just going through all these neighborhoods because they say the highway's going to be jammed up, but you can get around the highway by going this way. So Waze starts navigating people through neighborhoods, and then the cops stop people from going through the neighborhoods. Now, do you live here? No, they can't drive through here. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, no, you have a problem. The problem is Waze told me how to get through your neighborhood. You got to take it up with Waze. You can't tell me I can't drive on a regular street. I could drive on a regular street just to look around.
For
right?
sure. Well,
totally legal.
Trying to check out the scenery.
Yeah, this is a nice house. I want to drive by. What are you saying?
I used to go on nature rides with my mother all the time.
But when you're saying that Waze shouldn't have told people about this cool shortcut through your neighborhood so you didn't have to be on the highway, you're right. But that's just reality.
Yeah,
Reality is
everything's going to get blown up.
it existed.
Yeah.
And Waze just exposed it to the rest of the world that take a left on Peabody and then you're in a nice 4-lane road with no one on it.
It's like exposing the best pizza shop.
Sorry.
It's the same shit, guy. Pardon me.
Fucking asshole. Now there's a line around the block. I can't get a pie, you piece of shit. No. Things change.
Yeah, everyone needs to know about it, how good it is.
Yeah.
That's it. But for me, New York, I rarely drive with a Waze or any type of Google anything. I just know how to go. I know the shortcuts of everywhere I need to go.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
Just have it in your brain?
Yeah. If you see something's congested there, you go back around. Boom, boom,
Well,
boom.
what if it's something you don't know? Like something's going on?
Then I'm fucked. Then I'm fucked. If I'm anticipating, I know the Van Wyck's always fucked.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll go all through South Ozone Park. Boom, boom. I'll get there before everybody.
You just get used to hustling, moving quick through intersections,
For
trying
sure.
to change lanes.
I cannot drive straight. I could drive all day long doing that, stopping at lights, finding ways to get out of things all day.
Just
Straight 45 minutes, I'm fucking knocked out.
Yeah.
Bad.
Do you fall asleep at the wheel?
No, but I will. I know that. That's why I don't do it.
You get that like naughty, sleepy.
It's because I'm bored.
Right.
I need
Change.
movement. Yeah, I need movement.
You're addicted to New York.
I really am.
Yeah.
It's fucking sick.
Yeah, you're addicted to like a video game.
Yeah.
Right?
Fucking yes. Life is a fucking video game over there, man.
Yeah.
It's constant maneuvering and moving and I just feel
constant
alive.
people.
Yeah, I feel alive.
Yeah, I have a bunch of friends who won't leave.
I'd like to.
I love the vibration of the city, all the people.
I do, but I also hate it.
Yeah.
I have a love-hate relationship with lots of things, as we all do. You can't just love Austin. There's nothing that you don't like about it. I'm sure there's some shit you don't like. But right now, growing up in the city, there's just nothing like it, man. There's nothing like New York City. I've been all over the fucking place, and I can't wait to get home. I cannot wait. As soon as I touch down JFK, I start clapping like Dominican Republic plane just landed in DR. They all fuck. I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, I'm home.
Nice. Well, it looks like you. You know what I'm saying? Like you belong there. Like that makes sense. You know?
Yeah, I'm a city boy.
Yeah, it's just like that suits your personality. It's fun. And as someone who enjoys music and food, I mean, what a great place. How do you go wrong there? You got both things there in abundance.
Non-stop. It's never ending. It's also
Yeah.
very tiring. You saw today how we got demolished with that Egyptian barbecue,
Yeah, we got hurt.
right? And
Yeah.
and imagine now it's just me there sitting and being expected to eat all that as usual.
While he was stacking it on the tray, I'm like, surely there's other people eating with us.
I was hoping some of the guys would have something.
Yeah,
but
and then the sides, like there were so many sides. I'm
I
like,
was like,
surely.
damn, you're not eating any of that stuff because you don't eat carb. I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, don't even put the carbs there. Just meat.
It's like
Just
this is
carne.
So much good food. Very interesting though. I love when people do something like that. Like a dude is just chilling in Egypt, and he says, "You know what? I'm gonna move to Austin, Texas, and just make barbecue. That's what I want to do with my life."
People get enchanted, man.
They do.
They get enchanted.
They get pulled. But I
Yeah.
love when people go for shit. I love when someone gets enchanted and says, "Fuck it, let's do it. Let's just jump on. Let's see what happens."
That's how magic happens.
Yeah, it is. It's how fun life experiences happen. Sometimes you got to take a chance.
You got to show up.
Yeah, you got to do something different. Just take a chance.
Yeah, maybe I got to leave New York. Florida. What do you think about Florida?
We got a correction. We have to.
No, a remote Amazon tribe did not get addiction to porn.
Oh, man.
Is that
Porn
true?
addiction is
Yeah.
real. Can I tell you what I use
Wait a minute.
porn for?
They are definitely watching porn, and the guy was complaining about
This,
porn.
that's
Let me tell
this
you what
said.
I use porn
The story
for.
got taken out of its context.
When I'm in the studio
Hold on,
alone
but we have
doing
to clarify-
push-ups.
we have to clarify this. I have to find out what we'll get to your studio and doing push-ups. But this is something that we actually talked about. So I want to find out what we were wrong about.
A guy wrote a story about his trip there, and someone took a quote he said he got from one of the people there that said that some of the boys were sharing pornography in WhatsApp, and then that took off to say that they're all addicted to porn, and got republished on tons of websites, and apparently that was not accurate.
Interesting. But they do have access to the internet, and they are scrolling in their phones constantly. And they are boys.
The people are not addicted to pornography. There is no hint of this in the forest. There's no suggestion of it in the New York Times article.
Right. Here's the thing, though. Like, what does that mean?
They don't see anyone fucking whacking off in the forest.
Yeah, but what does that mean? When you say addicted to pornography, like, first of all, if you're exposed to pornography and you use pornography, like, at what point in time does someone get to decide that you're addicted? So let's just take out that word. Let's take out the word addicted, because addicted's a weird word. Let's just say, do they use pornography? Are they using pornography? Is pornography now part of their culture? I would have to say 100%. If you have an internet connection and you're a young boy and you find out there's videos out there of people fucking, you're going to look at them.
X videos.
Every kid is going to look at them. You have a phone that gets online, they're going to look at them. So to say that they're not addicted to pornography, okay. But by my definition, sure. But also, they're using pornography for the first time ever. They used to live in the jungle with no internet, and all of a sudden now they have porn. And to pretend that might not have some sort of an impact on them that's not positive, that seems a little crazy.
What do they fucking think is going to happen?
Well, maybe defining it as addicted to porn is the problem. You know, instead of saying that, maybe they should have said, kids are looking at porn for the first time ever, which is really just as stunning.
Yeah, it's sensational.
Yeah.
It's a sensational headline.
This is what it was driven out of.
The article mentioned a complaint from one Marubo leader that some Marubo minors had shared pornography in WhatsApp group chats. This is especially concerning, he said, because Marubo culture frowns upon even kissing in public. Well, I would imagine that would fuck with his head. If they have a culture that has like rigid social values, and then all of a sudden this thing online is allowing kids to see people fuck, when before they couldn't even see people kiss in public. And all of a sudden something's coming along and it's disrupting your culture. I get it. But do you want the fucking email or not, bitch?
Exactly.
Like, how are you going to get your email?
You know?
Come on, bro. Don't you want YouTube?
I want it all.
Or do you not want YouTube?
I want everything.
Right. So you're going to have to get, tell your kids that people fuck. All right? Sorry.
And then there's videos about it and all kinds of fucking Amazonian shit.
Imagine, like, how hard-ass is their culture? You can't even kiss in public. Do that shit somewhere
Can't even
else.
hug or touch or fucking look at each other. The first porn video that we all had around 8 years old, it was called Brazilian Butt. That was just, it was like a hard plastic case, and my boy Phil Annunziato had it at his house.
That's hilarious. Imagine being a person that experiences that, though. Imagine being a person that has lived in an indigenous tribe in the Amazon jungle forever. Your family, your family's family, everybody came from this area. You all know the ways of living there. And then out of nowhere, Elon drops in with his fucking Starlink. And then you're looking at titties on WhatsApp. You're like, what the fuck is this? Like, what a mind-changing experience that must be for a young kid.
Titties, you know what? Titties seems more normal because we're used to seeing tits. We all had them in our mouths.
But
hardcore gangbangs and fucking deep penetration.
Yeah.
That could be shocking.
Yeah.
Like I was saying before, the way I'm addicted to porn is I like to use it to work out. It's like pre-workout.
You watch a little porn.
You put some cocksucking videos on and you do push-ups. You're getting that feeling before, like you're gonna fucking do something, but you're not doing anything. So it gives you all the benefits without. It's like edging.
Right, you get a little testosterone.
Yeah,
boost.
exactly.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Well, I'm just when I'm alone. Not when I got the fellas over fucking working out.
Guys, I got a new method. Everybody stroke it till it's half hard.
Nah, but it really works.
Well, they're gonna have AI porn in the future, and porn stars are gonna be out of business.
I saw they just made an AI porn of that the stallion, Megan the Stallion.
Oh,
I didn't see it, but they did.
They made a deep fake of her. Yeah, they're gonna be able to do
Did
that.
a lot of those, the Taylor Swift deepfake during the Super Bowl stuff. Those were interesting.
There's gonna be a lot of those coming. The technology is just gonna be too powerful.
But
And I
doesn't
wonder how
porn-
much your iPhone's gonna be able to do that. Because if Apple is doing it with OpenAI, you can do some wild shit with OpenAI now. I've heard that you're gonna be able to say like, make a birthday cake. Excuse me. With Jamie, jumping out of it, and they'll be able to do that.
It's not even clear yet if as you have to pay to use ChatGPT 4.0, and then do you still have to pay once it's on out in the Apple operating system, or do you have like a
Right. Will it be the subscription
dumbed
that you
version
pay
down?
for through Apple?
or you get like 5 uses a month? There's been no clarification on that.
Yeah.
You have to pay for all of them, honestly, right now. None of them are free. You can use technically like little free uses, like you're just sort of dabbling in it, but to do anything cool, and even the coolest shit, no one really has access to all the cool video ones. No one can fuck with that stuff. I
How
don't
are
know
they
why,
putting the
but-
ones up of the dudes like at the NFL? I mean, the NBA press conference, like Anthony Edwards when he was facing the Mavericks, talking mad shit about Luka Doncic.
It's fake?
Yeah, I mean, he's talking crazy.
Yeah, they'd have fake
He's
press
talking
conference ones
fucking
are going
absolute
crazy, yeah.
crazy.
My dad even sent me one he thought was
Right?
real.
I thought it was real at first. I was like,
It's
nah,
not
nah,
talking
it can't
shit
be.
like that.
Right, but here's the thing, like how close is it to where you can't ever be able to tell? That's going to get weird.
You could the
That's
way
gonna
that
be
he was
so
speaking,
weird.
there was some weirdness to the pattern, but a person could be fooled for sure if it wasn't
Yeah.
like that crazy talk. If it was something normal that was just false,
Yeah.
100% believable.
I think they're real close to making. I think you're going to be able to change inflections and have it be perfect. Because what they're doing now is so much better than what they were doing just a couple of years ago. Like the deep fakes from a couple of years ago look hilarious.
ridiculous.
Like Kyle Dunnigan, you ever see his stuff?
Nah.
Kyle Dunnigan does these deep fakes where he does like Caitlyn Jenner and Donald Trump, and it looks terrible. But that's part of the funny is that he's got these fucking squiggly things over his face. It looks like shit.
Yeah, it
but
looks
it's
horrible.
like cartoonish. It's almost like watching South Park.
Oh, I love that.
Like South Park's funnier because it doesn't even look remotely realistic.
Like the face,
Yeah.
face doesn't move, but the body moves.
Yeah, well, his face swaps are hilarious because they look. Pull up one of them just so you can see it because it looks so fake that it like comforts you. It doesn't creep you out. Like it doesn't look exactly like Caitlyn Jenner.
I did a weird deep fake video for a song called Latin Grammys where I superimposed my face on Magnus Ver Magnussen's face. And it was like the 94 strongman. I was just, oh, what
It
the
is.
fuck? Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
Hey, guess what? Caitlin's preggers too. Yeah, baby.
Wait, what?
I remember this was a couple years ago, right?
Yeah.
I remember when this came out.
Breathe.
Babies can breathe in the womb. Yeah.
That's right. Babies
Yeah.
can breathe in the womb. That's right. Do you have a womb?
Oh, shit. Man, I guess it's dead. I better go plop this thing out before I get septic shock. Yeah.
Oh my God, Dad.
Yeah.
Your lip gloss is on fleek.
It's Kylie's.
Shut.
Yeah, isn't it nice?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
See, it's funny because it's so
Ridiculous.
fake looking.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's nice. That's a nice face swap.
I love shit like that.
Yeah.
I love a good like slapstick comedy like
Yeah.
Leslie Nielsen and fucking Nordberg and you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they don't make things like that anymore.
Like the old Naked Gun with
Yeah,
O.J.
come
Simpson.
on, it was so good.
Yeah,
So
O.J. Simpson
good.
was in a comedy.
Oh my God, he was fucking phenomenal in that movie. He got killed in every kind of way that you can.
I don't remember it. I don't really remember
Nordberg,
that
bro,
movie
he
that
gets
good.
like he gets shot by the Sheik, then his foot goes on fire, then he hits his head on something. It's like non-stop comedy.
Leslie Nielsen was one of those dudes that just could do no wrong.
What a man.
He
One
had
of my
some
favorites.
Funny fucking movies. Man. What was he in? One of those Stephen King. You know what are those Stephen King's? Oh, well, you had that one compilation like a comic book. Was it Tales from the Crypt?
Tales from the Hood. You
No,
seen that one?
that was a copy of that. That was like a scary.
Tales from the Hood was crazy.
I think it's Tales from the Crypt, right?
He was. Let's see.
Was Leslie Nielsen in that?
He was in an Alfred Hitchcock thing, but that's a long time ago.
I remember seeing Tales from the Crypt in the movie theater.
Dude.
HBO shit.
I think he was in it. Wasn't he in Tales from the Crypt?
He was in Dracula, like a weird version of Dracula.
No way. He was Dracula?
He was. in Creepshow.
Creep Show. That's what it is. Not Tales from the Crypt. Creep Show. Creep Show was a Stephen King adaptation, and he was in it. It was like a bunch of cool stories. One of them was a guy had like a monster under his stairs, and this dude opened the stair and the monster ate him. It's like what? Like what am I watching there? But they were fun.
I love those little old school fucking old school scary
Ted
movies.
Danson. Him and Ted Danson.
Oh yeah, he buried Ted Danson up to his. I think he drugged him and then buried him up to his head and left him there in the sand, and the tide was going to come and wash him away. And he
This
sat
was
there.
a serious movie,
No, it's a horror movie.
but not funny.
No, not funny. I mean, kind of funny, but he wasn't being a funny guy in that movie. He was being an asshole. He was killing some dude. And then the dude, spoiler alert, comes gets him.
He digs himself out. Ted Danson.
Something happened. They're not specific.
Ted Danson's an underrated actor also.
Pretty good movie. I love a good, stupid, scary movie. Just kind of dumb, but scary, fun.
Like the comedies that he did.
Oh, Naked Gun.
I mean,
Airplane.
Airplane.
Airplane's the classic.
Of course,
That's the
Spy
classic.
Hard,
Dracula.
There it is.
Dead and loving it.
That's a fun. But all those like Mel Brooks movies, History of the World, all that shit. Oh man, I grew up on that good old Jewish comedy.
Slapsticky.
Yeah, slapstick. Fucking my grandfather loved all that shit. Jackie Gleason in the Catskills.
Yeah. It's interesting when you watch like comedy movies now are scarce. There's just not a whole lot of
They're
them.
not that funny. There's nobody that's doing a comedy movie that makes me laugh.
Well, in order to make a really good comedy movie, you're gonna have to be insensitive,
For sure.
for sure. And people are just not willing to do that right now. And so, it's a sign of a sickness of our culture. I think I really do. It's a sign of our adaptation in a wrong way, in a negative way to social media. We're like inhibiting people from creating things that we all loved.
It's that bullshit.
Yeah.
It's fucking it's a bullshit world where everyone feels like they're so sensitive they can't be made fun of. Growing up in my neighborhood, you needed thick skin. You know, everyone got made fun of, whether you were a hot dude, hot girl, fucking jacked, skinny,
Yeah.
fat, this, whatever. Everyone caught it.
It's also how people find out if you take yourself too seriously.
Of course.
This is the best way to find out if someone takes himself seriously is to make jokes about him in front of them. Fuck with them and see if they laugh. And if they laugh, then you're going to have a good time.
Yeah.
But if they get super uptight, are you going to be super sensitive about everything? Come on, man.
Like, when you even have to tell somebody that, you already know you should just fucking not hang out with that person.
Yeah.
Just get the fuck out of here, man.
I can't do you.
It's enough.
Maybe we'll talk in a few years, see if you've evolved.
Tell them to fucking take some drugs. Yeah,
What would you
open it up.
recommend? What would you recommend? Something like that.
The thing that people seem the most open to is hitting the DMT pen.
Yeah.
You know?
Because it seems like they're vaping.
Yeah, exactly. The pen makes everything better. You can fucking put anything in the pen and they'll
It's
hit
official. It's in the pen.
it. Exactly.
It's not like
a cartridge.
Freebase.
Oh,
and some
no.
glass dick.
It's freebasing as a motherfucker. It's electric freebase,
Yeah.
which is pretty next level. But I think that's an entry level DMT pen. Hit it once or twice, feel a little buzz, you know.
Dip
Until
your
you-
toes in.
Dip your toe. But if you're gonna go, you gotta go.
Yeah.
You gotta go.
Gotta go. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
And that should be legal. They should be able to do that at clinically approved places where people who know how to take care of people are there, pay money to do it, helps the economy, everybody gets tax money. Yay. Stop turning people into babies. Stop allowing grown adults to tell you, and stop being a grown adult that wants to tell another grown adult how to do something that's definitely not going to kill them. It's probably safer than 99% of the things they're going to do.
Yeah.
In terms of like alcohol, cigarettes, opiates, It's probably safer than all those things.
It is. And if you tell me not to do something, I'm definitely going to do it.
It doesn't make sense. You shouldn't be allowed to tell somebody that they can't. It doesn't affect other people. It's like you shouldn't be allowed to tell people they can't do that. That doesn't make any sense.
But I think the Deems needs to stay the Deems. You know, like anytime I've gotten the Deemster, it's been given to me. It's been passed along from a beautiful hand, you know?
Right. Like somebody wants you to experience
from
it.
a caring hand. It's never been like money or it's not.
Right.
It's not anything like that. This is for experience purposes here.
Well, that is true. That is true. That is not something that people like are profiting from.
No, you don't sell that shit. It has to be given as medicine to you.
That's true. You know, I think I've even heard of somebody buying it, which is really odd, right? It's something that's like, that's crazy. I mean, when you think about this, I'm sure there's a market for it. I guarantee. There's probably some unscrupulous people that are selling it. They probably don't even take it. There's probably a market for it.
It's probably not the good stuff. You know, there's good stuff and then there's shit.
But I do
there's ways of extraction.
Yeah. A lot of people I know of it have gotten it for free. I think that we just need to understand that the people that are saying these negative things about these substances haven't experienced them. It's just, I understand why they would think what they think, but they are saying that based on a position of not having experienced it. And that just doesn't make any sense. It makes sense to them because they think that they have the world defined and that everything is logical and everything has a place and everything makes sense. Once they do that, that idea goes away. That idea goes away. But until they do that, they live in this infantile state of confidence in the nature of reality. Once you have that experience, then all of a sudden you go, okay, no one knows what the fuck is going on. This is all crazy. Yeah. And we're like all hyper connected and life changes forever, instantaneously all the time based on how you interface with it. And it's like this moving, breathing thing. It's not static. And we're all connected in some way that we don't have the senses to detect. And you don't get it until you flood your brain with a naturally occurring neurochemical, this neurotransmitter, this whatever, what's the technical term for what DMT is, whatever it is, the psychedelic compound that you have, that your own brain makes. And when you get it, and you get it while you're sleeping, you get it in your dreams, which is even nuttier. That's the root of our dreams, probably. That's the number one theory. Why we have these vivid, insane, like these things that seem like they're real. Like
even when you close your eyes. When you close your eyes and you think of some shit, you could definitely drift into a place if you've had that experience before.
Yeah. Imagine if every time you sleep, your consciousness actually does go somewhere else. What if you have a whole nother life that operates in a different sort of time realm? Like whatever 8 hours is to you while you're sleeping, it's different. But it's your consciousness. Your consciousness leaves your body, leaves the dimension, and in 8 hours of our time, returns.
I mean, I've had those experiences where, man, I was forced to wake up. Like someone's chasing after me in another realm, and they got me around the neck, and you wake up.
Bro, I had a dream the other night of a dude chasing people down the street with a battle axe, like an old school medieval battle axe. Some dude, we could see him. We were looking from the top window, and this guy was running down the street in front of us with a battle axe. I'm like, I watch too much Instagram. Because, that's something you could totally see on Instagram.
100%. Every time I fucking wake up, I open it.
Did you see the dude with the machete fight?
Oh, like we cut his hand off?
Cut the dude's hand off, and the dude picked his hand up off the ground and carried away?
He kept going. He kept fighting.
Kept fighting with a hand chopped off. He got his hand chopped off in a machete fight.
Bro, machete fights are too...
That is so crazy.
If you're pulling a machete out, why you got your hand like that?
He's trying to keep his face from getting chopped off.
Yeah,
That's
but you're
why.
going to block the machete like that?
He's doing anything to keep his head from getting chopped off. I mean, if it hits his neck, he's dead. And it's right there. It's an instinct. You're just going to put your hand up there.
Use the other machete.
Right, if you can. If you can, you're correct. But sometimes when people are slishing and slashing,
there's no doubt.
You got to be real careful where you place that thing.
I've done some of those weird knife fighting, like where you get stabbed in fucking 500 different ways coming down and up. I'm like, man, I'll never fucking be able to block any of this shit. you're cutting, you're fucking death by a little fucking million paper cuts. But
Yeah, if
they're
somebody
all,
knows how to do it, you're in real trouble. Yeah.
it's such a beautiful thing too. To know,
Yeah.
I want to know that.
Or not stab people.
Well, not just
Slice and dice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, get in there.
The knife like
it looks
this.
cool.
Like fucking Steven Seagal.
The only weapons I learned were the useless ones, like nunchucks. I got good at that.
I love nunchucks, man. I'll bring them backstage before the show and just fucking get them going.
They're still fun.
Yeah. I mean, I used to carry nunchucks on me back in the day in my shorts. Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
was 10 years old. I had the nunchucks outside.
Yeah, we all did. Yeah, a lot of kids had nunchucks back then.
Ninja stars.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, 42nd Street in Times Square, there was a karate store. Straight up karate store. And they sold bows, fucking nunchucks,
Staffs.
all kinds of
Yep.
shit.
Throwing stars.
Yes, man.
Shurikens, right?
Someone, is that what Shuriken is?
I think-
From Street Fighter? Shuriken.
I don't know if that's what he's saying. It might be a different word, but shuriken is the name of a throwing star.
Yeah, fucking.
Or it's maybe a type of throwing star. Maybe there's more than one.
So the dudes that made me those hammers, those medieval hammers I swing,
Yeah.
they sent me 2 Batman stars. Like the new symbol of Batman, it's like crazy insignia.
And you
I
could throw them?
I'm fucking throwing them at every cardboard box I have in the studio. Oh my God. It's sick. I fucking broke things already.
When I was a kid, we always had throwing stars. We'd throw them at trees. You thought you were cool. You would
fun.
stick to the tree. Ooh,
So much
look at that.
fucking fun, man. Doing shit like that is fun.
But it's crazy. You could just buy those. You could basically buy a throwing knife, and one that's easy to throw. You know,
Like
you
a-
can buy them anywhere. Like throwing stars are easy to throw. If you're good at a frisbee, you'd be very good at that fucking throwing knife.
Or you could go to fucking Home Depot and get a saw blade replacement.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you could fuck somebody up with a saw blade. Ugh.
With the replacement though. Phew.
I saw a movie where, or not a movie, a video where a saw blade broke off and slammed into this house right next to where this dude was standing.
Well, like the concrete saw blades, like those one that
like
do the
something
street.
broke off
my
and
God.
it went skittering across the street and slammed into the house right next to where this dude was standing just a second ago. Yeah. You've seen it? You seen it?
I can't
Here it is.
look at
Watch this.
Twitter. I
Watch
can't
this.
watch this shit,
So the
man.
guy goes inside the building and then look at this blade.
Oh no.
It's stuck in the door.
Well, watch this. Look how crazy this is.
As he walks in,
Yeah, look.
oh my God.
I mean, that is fucking bonkers, man. That thing is stuck into the
Wow,
wall.
that would have fucking took his legs off.
100%. Look how deep it went into the wall. That had some serious force behind it, man.
Where the fuck did that come from?
Good question. Demons.
That's the only question. That's the only answer is
Imagine
demons.
If demons are just causing little car accidents every now and then, just tripping your car.
Angels in the outfield. Remember when fucking Danny Glover, they were helping him fucking catch the ball?
yeah.
California Angels?
Imagine angels. They don't have any time for the homeless. They're out there fixing baseball games.
It's like fucking Pete Rose.
How dumb is that to think that
yeah.
the Angels are going to help you with a baseball game?
They don't make movies like that anymore. It's a good fucking movie.
I've been talking to a lot of people over the last few months, which is maybe not a good sign for the direction my life's going. But I've been talking to a lot of people over the last few months that think that aliens are angels and devils. And that's like when you're hearing about like all those stories in the Bible about fallen angels and devils, like these people think that they were referring to aliens.
That fell from the sky?
No, it's just the term, the way they're phrasing it is like fallen angel, meaning like Satan, and that there's good angels and bad angels, there's demons and angels. What these people believe, and I don't necessarily agree with it, nor do I even understand it enough that I can argue against it, but they believe that all these stories are really referencing a spiritual force that's always here all the time and sometimes exists in the physical form. And it might be existing as these things that we keep looking for, like aliens and UFOs. And it might be doing that maybe even to comfort us or maybe to be more plausible, or maybe to hide the true nature of what they are. So it will present as if it's from another planet. But really what it is some sort of interdimensional spiritual being that may or may not be evil. It might be good, it might be evil, and there might be a bunch of different kinds out there in the world. But that these stories from like the ancient Hindu texts, and Billy Carson talks a lot about that, and a bunch of other people talk about these different stories from these ancient texts that have people either interacting with sky people or someone coming from the sky and interacting with them. And they think that a lot of these things might be talking about the same thing, and that these aliens that people are encountering, there's some sort of an interdimensional being that has essentially always been here.
I'll tell you who it is.
Who?
It's fucking John Travolta from that movie. You ever seen that movie where he's the angel?
Battlefield Earth?
Whatever. He's a fucking angel. Nah, he has
No, he's an
crazy
alien.
hair.
Dreadlocks.
No, this is
Yeah.
a different John Travolta
Michael?
movie. Michael.
Yeah.
Oh.
When he's named
Hold on,
Michael.
put that back up.
One thing at a time. Sorry.
Bro, the hair is nuts.
Look at this.
Sorry.
Aliens might be living among us disguised as humans or in a base inside the moon, according to a new Harvard study. Yo, when there's Harvard studies is saying there might be a base inside the moon. How wild are things right now?
Oh my god.
This is so crazy.
But none of this is it's not really that like shocking.
Right. It's not that shocking.
Once you have knowledge of the other realm, nothing's impossible.
No.
Nothing in this life is impossible or fucking shocking anymore.
Well, it's still shocking.
It's shocking
exciting,
slightly,
but
but-
space is insane. This is way less insane than what we know about
I mean,
space.
space and water. The deep sea is something that's fucking as crazy as this to me.
As crazy and undiscovered.
It's fucking nuts. There is an end. It stops. But does it really?
I think it does. But the thing is, like, they don't know what the fuck is down there. They're always finding a bunch of new cool fish.
That Mariana Trench?
Let me see what it says. The researchers have investigated so-called cryptoterrestrials. These could be disguising themselves as humans to fit in, may come from Earth's future, or might have descended from intelligent dinosaurs. This guy's from Harvard.
Men in Black.
This guy got all the mushrooms. They're probably doing a Harvard mushroom study, and this dude just stole the stock.
Honestly, look,
Went
the
out into
study
the
was just to
woods.
come up with an answer. Like, give us some fucking answer. So
The
they
study
did.
was to create an offer excuse me. The study was created to offer an alternative, unconventional explanation for UAP sightings and to hypothesize what they might mean and the possibility that UAP may involve forms of non-human intelligence that are already present in Earth's environment in some sense, that exist alongside us in distinct stealth. See, that could be if it's here, but in a base. But I think that our idea about like a base on the moon or a base on Mars, we're basing, no pun intended, this on the idea that you have to go there to get there. Like, if these things can travel from other dimensions, they probably don't need a base. Like, they probably don't have a base.
You don't need a fucking base.
I don't-
What do you need a base for?
If they are some sort of a spiritual being that's coming here from another dimension, and they're not necessarily coming here from another planet, they probably don't need your stupid base. And if they're coming here from another planet and they just instantly have arrived, like, why we think they need a base? Do they need a base to do that? Like, who wants to have a base on the moon? Fuck that. Fuck your moon. If I can go from Orion or whatever star system they're from, and Alpha Centauri or wherever the fuck they're from, I can go there to Earth instantaneously. Why do I want to stay on the moon?
It's boring on the moon.
Yeah.
There's nothing there.
Right. If I'm going to go to Vegas, am I going to stop in Barstow and get a hotel room?
Or in Reno.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
You're not going to Reno.
I'm going straight through. Shut your mouth.
You're not a Reno kind of guy.
Not
to
a
me.
moon
No.
base guy.
Fuck that bullshit.
I'm here to go.
The moon
to
is
Earth.
Reno.
Yeah. I'm going to Montana, and I'm going to mutilate some cattle.
I'd like to.
Those are the weird ones. Cattle mutilations. You ever see those?
What do you mean mutilate them?
Do you know what I mean? Alien abductions and alien sightings, a lot of times in the areas where these happen, one other thing that happens in the phenomenon is cow mutilations.
Like
so
maiming?
These cows that have been like surgically operated, it looks like they're surgically operated on, and they're drained of their blood. Like really weird stuff where some of the organs have been removed. It looks like with surgical precision.
Which ones?
I don't know because
The liver?
It's not happened just once. It's happened multiple times. So I think it's a bunch of different
Wow,
ways
that
things have
fucking
happened.
shit looks like it's been sucked out of it.
Look at this. Not one drop of blood. Cattle mysteriously mutilated in Oregon. It's not just one instance of this happening. This has happened.
The fucking chupacabra. That's the fucking chupacabra right there.
You know what a chupacabra is, right? You know what it really is?
What is it?
It's a coyote with mange.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, probably. Or a bobcat with mange.
What the fuck is mange?
Mange is a disease that makes animals lose their fur.
Ah,
And
so he's
they have
like
just like this horrible,
alopecia.
yeah, with this horrible, like cracked, fucked up skin because their skin is not used to be in the sun.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be protected by all that fur. Skin's all dried and cracked up. I had a friend who had a chicken coop, and their chicken coop got attacked by a bobcat. They got like a security photo of it, and this thing looked like a demon.
It was fucked up.
It was
huh?
a bobcat with mange, and it's like half of its fur was missing. It was like so hungry that it's breaking into the chicken coop. And it looked so creepy.
So that's what it is.
1970s cow mutilation mystery. When ranchers began reporting incidents of mutilated cattle, the ensuing panic fed both conspiracy theories and a growing cynicism about the government. Yeah, but it's not just the 70s. I mean, these things have happened in the 2000s.
Yeah, but it looked like it was literally like floppy. There was nothing inside of that
Right.
fucking carcass.
And
Just skin.
the thing is, that's not unique. There's been a bunch of them that they've found that are weird like that, where they have like surgically precise cuts in them, and they're missing stuff.
Are they sewn back up or left?
Look at this. The Army had accidentally killed more than 4,500 sheep in 1968 while testing nerve agents in Utah. Then refused to acknowledge its responsibility until 1998. Those
God.
fucking cunts. They kept it a secret for 30 years. 30 years later, like, oh, yeah, you remember those sheep? Yeah, we killed them. Sorry.
This
Tested
says
nerve
that was
gas.
most likely
I was
the
driving a maroon Jetta in '98.
Most likely what, Jamie?
coyotes, magpies, badgers.
Yeah,
other
not
things.
buying it. I've seen these people, but I know how these people think too. There's a bunch of people that they call themselves debunkers, but really what they are is true believers in one view. And this true belief is that it has to be a coyote or because aliens aren't real. But it might not even be an alien. It might be some sort of government agency that's involved in some sort of an experimental weapon. I don't know what they're doing. No one's saying it's necessarily alien. Whatever is happening to the cows, though, is very weird if you're getting all their blood removed from their body and surgical cuts, and then their tissue isn't eaten by animals. It's not like if they were chewed up and something looked like real precise, but the rest of it looked all fucked up. No, these animals are drained of their blood with no blood on the ground, and it doesn't make any sense. No, forget about the alien thing. Let's pretend that's not even a real thing, that no one believes in aliens. So tell me what the fuck happened to that cow, because that doesn't make sense that that's happening from a coyote. It doesn't look like it. It doesn't seem like it.
No animal did that.
Doesn't look like an animal did it.
Are there any animals that kill with precision besides a tiger and shit like that with the bites? But no one opens you up.
No, that's one animal does. Human.
Yeah.
And so I would imagine if you looked at something like that, would say, who could be doing something like that? Well, we could do it. It's not like building a pyramid. We could kill a cow and do that if we wanted to. You have enough people, have enough equipment. Why? So why would someone do that? Like, what are they doing? What if I wanted to practice on some fucking weapon that I could just send out and say, go get me a person's liver, and you just like this thing like hunts you down and tackles you and hangs on to you and cuts you open and snatches out your liver and then sucks all your blood into a vacuum tube, seals it up, and then drops you and crumples. That's what that cow looks like. Like, I would imagine, before I would think aliens or killing cows for no reason, I would imagine that it's probably some wacky human weapon that they could do some wild shit. And how do you test it? On mammals. Well, go get a cow. They're all wandering around. They get killed by coyotes. Blame it on wolverines.
Yeah, that's right.
Blame it on everything else. Like, just go unleash this weapon.
Those fucking flying pods Terrence Howard was talking about.
Imagine one of those with like razor blades everywhere.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, just fucking tearing you the fuck up, and then the arm comes in.
Yeah.
And then he fucking closes you up, sutures.
I would imagine, look, they try to come up with so many weapons. You don't think they would have a weapon that would like disembowel you and draw your blood out? Of course they would. They were trying to come up with a gay bomb.
What the fuck?
Yes. The
What is-
government had spent millions of dollars trying to develop a gay bomb. And the way the gay... I don't know about millions of dollars. We might have to double check that. But what the gay bomb would do is they would drop it over a city and turn everyone gay. And guys just start banging each other and they just get demoralized. They didn't want to fight anymore.
That's some fucking. That's some crazy warfare. That's
Bro.
not fair.
How sick do you have to be working for the United States government? So you're working for the people. You're supposed to be a patriot. And you're sitting there thinking, how do we get these people in a humane way? Like, we don't want to kill the entire population, but how do we stop them from fighting?
Bro,
Make them a bunch of queers.
Did you ever see that Sacha Baron Cohen shit?
Which one?
With about America, where he's Iran Marad, the fucking Israeli fucking special forces, and he's holding up the pork at the Muslim terrorists and fucking going backwards with his ass. Yo, some of the crazy shit you'll ever see in your life. These are tactics that are. Can you please look that up?
Hold on a second.
For God's sakes.
2008, the U.S. military confirmed that an Ohio Air Force laboratory requested $7.5 million to develop a non-lethal gay bomb. The weapon would release hormones through the skin or lungs to make enemy soldiers sexually attracted to each other, distracting them from fighting.
Come on.
The project was also known as the Make Love, Not War initiative.
Who in the fuck? Who set this up?
I don't know.
Who set this initiative up?
BMJ authors, they won a prize. What did they win a prize for? For trying to come up with the gay bomb? How did they win a
It
prize?
says it's been scrapped.
Oh, it's scrapped now? Yeah, because people found out about it. But imagine you got $7.5 million.
And that's what you do.
That's what you want to do. What do you guys want to try to make? Let's try to make a gay bomb. Like, how would you
They're
even
sick
find out if it
fucks.
would work? You would have to get
sick motherfuckers doing
You
that.
would have to get a volunteer that didn't know you were trying to turn them gay. Because if you're going to find out if it really works, you can't like tell a guy, hey, we're going to give you this stuff. Tell me if you feel gay. And he's like, God damn, I feel gay. And then he probably might be gay for real and just blames it on the drug.
There it is.
When really, he's just gay. And he's just scared to say it. He's like, you drugged me. No, I'm gay. God damn it.
I can't even wrap my head around this.
You'd
right
have to
now.
not tell him that you're doing it to him.
That
so
sounds like it's fake, bro.
I
The gay bomb sounds so crazy.
want you to imagine that you're a college student and you're broke. And, medical experiment, yeah, I'll try that.
Yeah, for sure.
And so, you're the guy who goes to the room
little trial.
and they dose you up with the gay bomb.
Hopefully they hit me with that fucking, what's the
Ozempic?
What's the fake one? In vitro or when
Which
they
one?
give you the fake shit?
Oh, yeah, the placebo.
I want that.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd have to take a risk.
Ozempic.
50-50.
I've seen heads that are on Ozempic. They don't look good, man.
It doesn't seem like...
It looks like that cow.
I don't think you should...
They've had all their blood drained to them and they're just a bag of meat. That's what they look like to me.
Yeah.
And then they have these big faces and skinny body because their face and shoulders get small, but their
head grows when you
it's
get
like
big.
this.
Yeah.
Look like fucking Stewie.
This came from an article in 07 where it talks about some other wild spending ideas they had.
The
What
gay
else?
bomb is crazy.
Boston University developed brain implants that could steer shark-like dogfish with a phantom odor. What?
Wow. This is all
Teleportation.
sci-fi.
Well, I imagine
Dogfish.
the military. It says the military has a lot of crazy ideas, but it's hard to turn these things these ideas into action. Right. But if you would, if the military's open-minded, that's a good thing.
Look
to,
at that next thing.
Consider everything. What?
Fucking taxpayer, $50,000 per second.
What?
This is why I gotta get the hell out of New York, because they're using my money for this fucking shit.
Look at this. That is the craziest thing I've ever read. In her book, Imaginary Weapons, military expert Sharon Weinberger writes that the federal government is spending taxpayer money on the war technology at a pace of about $50,000 per second.
That just made me angry for some reason, like I give a shit, but it made
The
me
government
angry.
spends $50,000 a second on war technology.
Look at that.
Damn.
$78 billion on weird shit.
Wow. Half of all government research and development dollars on a variety of projects, according to the American Association for Advancement of Science.
It's also in 2007.
I
so
definitely have some ideas for some weird weapons.
it's
Yeah,
gone up
that was
since
like
then.
15 years ago. That's
It's gone up
crazy.
since- It's probably double.
Oh my God.
You take the bottom of a Timberland boot, you wrap duct tape around the footbed, and you just fucking hit someone with the heel. It's a good one.
That's not good against drones.
Throw it.
Once they release the drones.
Yeah, see, I'm not good. Once again, I told you I'm not good at the computer. Anything with computers. I like driving a stick shift. I like cars with fucking AM, FM radio.
Right. I hear you. I haven't listened to AM radio in forever, but
660, man. That's
But when
that
I-
WFAN shit I was telling you about.
when I get in a dude's car and he's got AM radio on, I just get suspicious. He might be a prepper. If it's like AM political talk radio, you might be a prepper.
The AM political talk is no good. But if you listen to the Knicks game on like, yeah, that's all right.
That's good. Yeah. No, that's good. If you can't be at the game or you can't be watching, you're working, you could hear it. That's the thing that like that sport has that other sports have lost, right? Like boxing used to have that.
Can I tell you what I'd like in UFC?
Yes.
I would like to hear your guys' commentary in little headphones and like a little transistor fucking thing.
They used to have that.
I really think that would make a big difference. I sit there for 7 hours every time I go, and you know,
I wonder if you could
I would love
do-
to hear what you guys are saying because it really does help.
I wonder if you could do this. Like, you know, because of the fact that if you let the audio just play on an app, then people are there's a bunch of people that might buy the pay-per-view, but they won't buy the pay-per-view. They'll just listen to the audio on the app.
Just in arena.
Right. But what I was going to say, but if you geolocate it, right?
Yes.
You turn on your location services and it proves you're inside T-Mobile Arena, then you can put your earbuds in and you can listen to the commentary.
That's what I want.
Because that way you could find out like what the corner man said to him if someone's foot
That's
is
what
hurt.
I'm saying. There's all
Yeah.
kinds of things that you hear about later. Oh, he broke his
Yeah.
hand or he broke his foot. We have no idea.
Right. When you're live, sometimes it's chaos. I mean, sometimes it's chaos for us. We're like, what happened? And it takes like a second. And maybe if someone's back is to you and you're
Yeah.
watching the fight and all of a sudden their head flies back, you don't even know what hit them.
No, but you do bring the information once you gather it, and
Yes.
then we're sitting there, the
Right.
fight will be over, and like,
You're like,
yo,
what
did you
happened?
hear that he broke his hand, or did you hear this? Like,
Right. You got to find out live.
trying to think
in the
which was
moment,
recent, like
online.
someone broke their foot or their hand in the fight, and we didn't find out till after I was there. I can't remember who though.
Yeah, the UFC should probably do something like that. where
That
they
would be cool.
They just turn it on if you're in the location because they can do shit like that now.
Mm-hmm.
But you'd have to like let the government spy on your phone that way. They're gonna find out. what's
Whatever.
your
If I get to
location
listen to the
action, Bronson.
fucking, they could have that one.
Okay.
If
As long
I
as you
get to listen to the commentary, I'm
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, I've gone live before and I missed the commentary too. It just seems kind of empty. Seems weird. It's like so weird. Like I'm so used to watching fights while talking. Like I've seen more fights while talking probably than I have without talking. Which is just nuts. That's a nutty thing to. I don't think it might not be. It's probably like 50-50 at this point because I watch so many fights.
Yeah.
I watch a bunch of different organizations too. Bro, there's killers all over the
All
world
over.
now.
Yep.
I was watching some dudes fight in this octagon event.
They do have it on Sirius now,
Ooh.
apparently.
Oh, let's go.
I wonder if you could have Sirius running inside, like if you had your AirPods on.
Well,
Right, if you have
the
You'd probably be
Sirius
delayed,
app.
but-
If you have the app, because Sirius is basically like a podcast network too now. I mean, it's also satellite radio, but they have the app, right?
Yeah.
Can you watch?
Okay,
can you
so they're
listen to
not
like
gonna-
Howard Stern live on the app?
Yeah. I just want. It would be delayed. and
No
I wonder
main
how annoying
pay-per-view
it would be.
cards.
Oh, no main
Okay.
pay-per-view.
Fight
cards?
nights and preliminary fights. That's fine, but I would
That's
like
good
the
for
main.
now.
Yeah, it's good for now.
During.
during the pay-per-view. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I gotta be during.
I would imagine they'd make some sort of situation where you could pay for that as well, where you get the extended version.
Yeah, and if they just did that, like for people that are at work or something like that, where you can't see it.
I love listening to fights also.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what
Like, I-
radios
like-
used to look like.
Oh, that's right. That's what they used to look like.
But I can't tell when the last
Why
time
did
they
they
worked.
stop those?
Is that a watch?
It's like a walkie-talkie type thing.
It's a
dope.
little thing, and you plug in some headphones into it, and
Yeah,
then you'd
bro.
be sitting in the
There it
audience and
is.
you'd listen to the commentary.
There it is. It's
Wonder
already
why-
there. Let's do it.
I'll ask Dana
Tell him,
what
please.
the fuck happened.
We need that.
Yeah, I'll ask Dana what the fuck happened. They were dope. That was a cool thing. Be able to listen to the fights, but then you have all these batteries and radios, and
Yeah, no, it's all fucked up.
you
but
want it to go through an app. That's what
True.
you want. You don't want to be.
But I do want to be driving if I, like I do with Yankee games or with any games, and listen to the fights when I want. I have it on ESPN Plus, plugged into the car. I'm not watching, but I'm listening. That's one way to do it. But it's shaky sometimes.
Right.
The stream sucks.
Right.
And you can't, I don't want to miss anything.
Depends on where your service is, right? If you get some good 5G,
I got
you can
garbage.
watch it.
I got fucking.
What do you got?
I still have Sprint.
Why do you have Sprint?
I'm loyal, bro. 25 years.
That's hilarious.
Oh, man.
That's hilarious.
This fucking guy had me going crazy today, man.
Yeah, dude, we put in some work
Bro.
today. We did a lot.
My Lord. The workout was dope, but the sauna really took it out of me.
Yeah.
I've never been baked before.
Yeah.
I was slow roasted today.
You should get one of those.
I will.
Yeah, it's good for you. It
In
really
that
is.
cold, I feel like I could do again tomorrow, maybe get more than 55 seconds.
Yeah.
Right?
That's what I did. The first time I did like a minute and 20-something seconds. And then I did like 4 minutes, and then I did 20 minutes. Just because I wanted to see what I could do.
The sauna's special, though.
The sauna's hard, man. Especially at that temperature. You don't have to do that temperature, though. You could do the sauna.
That was an extreme temp?
Yeah. 190 is pretty extreme. Most people don't like 190.
She was burning my nostrils.
Yeah, most people like it around.
I was like, is this okay? It's like it's about to fucking go on fire.
When you feel like the hot air coming in and your body's like, what are you doing? Most people like, I think like 170, 175. That's a zone where it's like uncomfortable but not crazy. But I got too used to that. I just got comfortable, and then I'm like, I want to be a little bit more uncomfortable, and I kept going until I settled around 195, 196.
So today I did your fucking where you're at.
Yeah.
Damn.
We did it for 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, listen.
Yeah. At 10 minutes
time.
is where it gets hard.
10
the
minutes
first 2
sucked.
minutes is not bad at all.
No, I thought I was
The
going to
first
be
2
able
minutes,
to do
like,
it.
That's no big deal. And then 10 minutes in, you're like, oh boy, this is a real problem.
And you gave me that fucking thing. And I threw up today.
The Lucy.
Oh,
yeah.
my God, man.
Those are big boy nicotine
Bro,
pouches,
the
too.
nicotine pouch was like this big.
It's got, it's 8 milligrams.
Bro.
Yeah.
Let me tell you
That's right,
something.
Tim, you want one?
No, I mean, not right
Come on,
now.
son.
I lost
I got the
myself
hiccups on
today.
6.
I lost myself.
They don't give me the hiccups. I always get the hiccups with Zins. I've never gotten the hiccups with these Lucy's.
I've only tried it once, though.
I only get hiccups if I eat rice without water.
Oh, that'll do it.
Right?
Yeah.
Fuck is that?
Take a spoonful of flour.
Same shit. No more carbs for me also. After today, I'm done.
That's
Fuck
it?
this. Watch.
Come on. You can do it.
Oh, bro. I got to get on a flight now.
Yeah. What time? Yeah, you do. You really got to go.
Yeah, I
All
gotta
right,
get
let's
on the
wrap
flight.
this up. Listen, dude, you're awesome. I always love
love
hanging
you.
out with you.
You're the fucking man.
You're so much fun. We had a great time today.
Always.
It was a real
Always.
fun time, and shout out to our man's barbecue because god damn was that good.
Phenomenal.
KG barbecue.
KG barbecue, young Egyptian.
Incredible, so delicious and so unique. Like the flavors, the way he uses them, his special like take on all these different things with different spices and insane. Very good. And he's got an Instagram. So what's his Instagram? KG barbecue.
Oh, he's
Awesome.
killing
He's
it.
got a lot of great food. Dude, you're the fucking man. Catch your
Thank you,
flight.
Joe.
I love you. Appreciate
Love
you.
too. You're the best.
Bye, everybody.